The mic just was off. Anyway, guys, welcome to SteelTwins Saturday night. Once again, man, we're back live on YouTube with a very special guest, the spirit of JB412, channeling in.
Ladies and gentlemen, first and foremost, how's everybody doing in chat?
The spirit of JB412 is channeling in his Halloween spirit. Happy Halloween Eve to all you people out there. Happy Game Day Eve, as tomorrow will be Steelers at the Browns. That should be exciting. But the title of this stream that we're really going to specifically talk about, because I don't think we've talked about it yet, is Melvin Ingram. The rumors, or I don't even say rumors because it's kind of been confirmed, Melvin Ingram is a trade option for teams around the league, and apparently he wants out of Pittsburgh. He's very upset with his role. He's not happy right now, and he wants traded. Apparently, JB, I know. You had a little thoughts of yourself on your stream earlier today for the Steelers Browns preview on your channel, man. So can you reiterate a little bit if you would like to?
As far as Ingram goes?
Yes, please.
Oh, well, I mean, like I said earlier, I definitely think they should get rid of him because if he doesn't want to play with us, then why keep him? Why do you want to keep a guy that doesn't want to play here?
Yeah, that's just sets a bad example or bad morale in the locker room.
I'm sure you guys know the answer to this. What did Tomlin say in regards to players not wanting to come on the field for the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Oh, he didn't really say much. He just kind of... Well, his quote was always, we need volunteers, not hostages. And right now, Ingram's basically being a hostage, He's very upset, which, I mean, I would like to have been a fly on the wall when Ingram was brought in for a visit with the Steelers, when he signed that deal with the Steelers. I like to have known exactly what Tomlin and Colbert and everybody else said to Ingram. Like, did they tell him, hey, you may have a chance to start with the team? I would assume so. Or did they tell him the truth where he was going to be in a rotational role with Watt and Highsmith? I don't know.
Like I said earlier, man, when there's smoke, there's fire, right?
Of course. I don't know what his frustration is. I figured he would have known what he was getting into when he signed the deal. He is a hell of a rotational guy. We were all excited when he was picked up. He would have helped the defense in the pass rush, which he has, especially in Watt and Highsmith's absence. He has done really well. But if he wants out, then he can skedaddle out. Yeah, honestly. We can trade him, bro. Yeah, seriously, we can trade him for a draft pick, maybe a decent depth player if there's one out there that we really like that stands out for us. No, potentially. Because it's been reported from Aditi Kikabwala that because initially Ian Rappaport, I think it was last weekend, he reported a few names that could be on the trade block or names to look out for the November 2nd deadline. And he mentioned Melvin Ingram. And I think we all kind of swept it under the rug because we're like, the Steelers aren't going to do that. Why would he be traded? He's very important to the pass rush, to depth and all that. But as the week went on, Kinkabwala reported Melvin Ingram does indeed want out of Pittsburgh after seeing a reduction in his playing time. I'm told Kansas City made an offer, but the Steelers ideally don't want to send him to an AFC team. Could the Cardinals make a good trade partner since they lost J.J. Watt for the year? So
that's a good point.
It appears Ingram sure does want out if this is coming from a direct source from two reliable reporters. So, I mean, again, if he wants out, then he can skedaddle because this reminds me a lot of I would say, if I'm going to go back, LeGarrette Blount situation. Right, where Bell...
You were talking about that off stream.
Yeah, because Bell, it was a Monday Night Football game versus the Titans where Zach Mettenberger started for the Titans. I remember that game vividly. Bell had the game of his life at that time, but Blount got 0 carries for good reason. Why are you going to sit your best guy? But Blount didn't like that. He was angry because he got no touches. He left the field, went back to the team bus, and they cut him the day later. Now, with this, we could get something out of Ingram. The only thing with Ingram is he is out tomorrow. He was listed as doubtful. Now he has been downgraded to out. Now, there's two theories to that. One, they could be sitting him to protect him so they could trade him, or they could be sitting him because they want his trade value to go down so they can keep him. Kind of similar to what they did with James Washington. Remember when James Washington wanted out and, we all looked at offers or were thinking he's going to be traded, but in reality, he's still with the team.
Right.
Now, I don't know if Washington indeed wanted out. I don't know if the sources that were reported were exactly accurate, but Washington seems to be kind of quiet, as he's always been. But could it be another situation like that where we don't trade him because he's so necessary in terms of depth?
I mean, JB, what do you think about that?
As far as what, him being depth?
Depth, or similar to the Washington situation?
Well, I mean, as far as like the two in comparison, I definitely think there's more truth to the Ingram versus the Washington rumor as far as wanting to be traded. But as far as depth, I mean, we talked about it earlier. And again, where there's smoke, there's fire. I have a feeling that he was probably promised more than what he's getting on the field right now. Because the only thing that makes logical sense, if it's not that, is maybe he's on a team now and realizes this team isn't probably going to be playoff bound, or they're not playing like he thought they were. And maybe he wants to be a part of a winning team. I don't know.
I could see that, or like you said off stream, could this be similar to James Harrison?
Yeah, because James Harrison, in fact, it's actually kind of scary how close those two situations are. Of course, this is all speculation, though.
I mean, right now it is. I mean, he's out tomorrow. Again, that could be because they want to make sure he's healthy enough for a possible trade partner, or they wanted to decrease his trade value just to make sure, hey, we can keep the guy. Our edge depth is still going to be stellar. But the thing with Ingram is, I mean, again, I like to have been a fly on the wall on what the Steelers told him, but I remember 5 days after he signed, when he was at training camp, and the media was asking him, how do you feel about pairing up with Watt and being a deadly pass rush duo? And, of course, he said, he's excited and everything. But he also mentioned, don't sleep on 5'6".
Obviously, Highsmith.
So, in Highsmith, he's been standing out a bit. He's been getting better. He's developing. He's going to get better. I truly believe that. So, it's like, I mean, with Watt being who he is, Watt, one of the best defensive players in the league, and Highsmith getting better, I mean, what did you honestly expect, especially at your age, at 32 years old? You're not exactly a young bull anymore.
Not only at 32 years old, but coming off his worst season, and that's only due to injury. But, yeah, coming into the team, he knew the Steelers liked Highsmith, obviously Watt. I don't know what he expected. Maybe he expected a down-the-middle split between him and Highsmith, and that didn't happen. He has gotten a reduced time on the field, but if Ingram wants out, then so be it. I'm not going to say, we shouldn't trade him because he's great depth. But don't get it wrong, though. I would hate to see him go because he is very valuable depth. But
yeah, I mean, the few times he did get on the field, he was productive in some way.
Right,
but definitely.
I'm not going to hold him hostage.
No, of course not. Like, if he wants out, definitely, see what you can do.
Especially
get something out of it, because more than likely he's not going to stay with us next year.
No, especially since the Steelers traded a fourth to trade up into the 5th round this past draft for Isaiah Loudermilk, a 5th rounder for Ahkello Witherspoon,
in which he's not getting playing time anyway.
And I believe they traded a 6th rounder for Joe Schobert. So right then and there, we have no 4th, no 5th, no 6th. And we might have 2 7ths. That's it. We have no early day 3 picks unless we get comp picks, but those aren't always guaranteed. So we have 0 early day 3 picks.
So if Ingram wants out, you know what? Go out there and see what you can do. Get something out of it. Simple as that.
And he's not playing tomorrow, so he'd be healthy. Teams could be active, especially.
I don't know. I don't know how legit that injury is. As far as, like, all of a sudden now he's on the injury report.
Yeah, because the injury report, which I'll get to right now, I'm glad you brought that up. He is out with a groin injury, which, go figure, it's a fucking groin injury.
I mean, I can't remember. Was he hurt
last week?
Yeah, against Seattle. Or was he hurt practicing?
I don't remember.
I can't remember. I could easily check.
I just find it odd because he had a week of rest because of the bye week, and he's out now.
Yeah, with a groin injury. Same thing with Ebron with a hamstring. Now this, I think he was new because he practiced Wednesday. He was not on injury report whatsoever. Then Thursday came around, he was limited with a hamstring, and then he did not participate. Thus, he's out. Now, I don't know what that could be the injury, or I'm not trying to stir anything else up, but could Ebron be on the move as well? Could they be active during the November 2nd deadline? Because not only did the Steelers bring up Taco Charlton to be the rotational guy tomorrow from the practice squad, and if we do trade Ingram, he would be the primary backup guy, rotational guy at edge. But I'm anticipating Kevin Rader at the same time off the practice squad, and if not, we'll see Derek Watt at tight end. But we've mentioned if we trade Ebron, which we're open to, then I think we are pretty confident in seeing the growth of Zach Gentry as he's exceeded all of our expectations thus far. And we've seen him a lot on the field. And, again, Derek Watt could be using a tight end role because he's been using formations like that with Matt Canada. So could Ebron be on the move as well?
I'd hope so.
I would too.
Again, when I say stuff like this about players, I really don't mean it in any kind of
personal manner,
negative light.
No.
Or I don't. It's not like a super personal thing. It's just I don't feel like they're working within our team, our schemes, our everything.
Oh yeah.
He's. I don't know if Chad will agree with this, and I don't even know if you guys will agree with this. But for me, I think he's been a major letdown.
Yeah, I mean, his drops have been pretty bad. I mean, he made one good play last week.
We knew about the drops, his problems with dropped passes prior to him coming to the team. So
yeah,
it's not like we got any shocking kind of situations with him. It's just kind of was hoping for more better. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. I mean, you can see, especially earlier on, he just could not catch a pass to save his freaking life.
No, he's dropped more passes than he's caught all season, and Frymouth has completely taken over that tight end one role, which was a lot faster than I think a lot of us expected. But
this guy Gio, man, my boy Gio, man, he's got a great response here. And I know you guys didn't want to get into comments, but goddamn, he says package Ebron and Melvin for Hargrave.
I did see that. I would love that.
I would so be up for it. Absolutely.
I am so happy for Javon Hargrave. I would love to bring him back, man. He would help fix this rushing defense, which is going to be key tomorrow, especially since I have no idea when Tuitt's coming back. Same thing with Carlos Davis, as he's just hit IR, and we're going to have to rely on Loudermilk, Bugs, Wormley. Who else?
A lot of guys that are not very dependable.
Mondo. I mean, good Lord above. God bless this rushing defense.
So you know what? Why the hell not? The Eagles trade away Zach Ertz to Arizona. They don't have a decent
number 2.
No.
And they just lost. Who did they lose? Brandon Graham for the year? I believe.
Yeah, and they got Ryan Kerrigan, who in himself is hurt. So
wow.
Why not throw Melvin Ingram in the trade as well? And you know what? Bring the guy back home.
And shout out to Javon Hargrave, man. He leads all defensive tackles in sacks this year. That's more than Aaron Donald.
Yeah. He's passed his career high in sacks. He had 6.5. The one I think it was his third season with the Steelers.
And what the hell were we thinking getting rid of this guy?
I wanted us to bring him back over Dupree. I said that publicly. But we didn't. We franchise tagged Dupree.
Yeah, and Alu's worked out, but he's aging and he's hurt now. He's probably not even going to be with the team after the season if you think about it.
But the problem was they weren't going to pay Hargrave just to play like a third of the snaps, because in our system, the D tackle doesn't play 100% of the time.
Yeah,
where Hargrave's at, he's going to be on the field pretty much 100% of the time.
But even then, a guy like Javon Hargrave, he's someone that you don't let him walk away. The guy's freaking he's a stellar athlete. He's a hell of a talent.
I would love that idea. And I don't know if it's going to happen. Better yet, I have no idea when was the last time the Steelers made an in-season trade where they traded away one of their players rather than trade for a player. I can't tell you the last time that happened.
No, neither can I. But I'm up for trading away Melvin Ingram and Eric Ebron if it's for the right price. If it's for the right capital.
I would totally take draft capital. Again, we have no 4th, 5th, or 6th as of right now. And we need capital next year. And
you know what else too? It's like a lot of people say, "Well, we don't want to trade for draft capital because we need players to, A lot of people are still under the impression that we're like 100% playoff bound at this point. But of course, that's just my opinion. So.
Yeah, because we're 4th seed right now. If we lose tomorrow, we remain at 4th seed, which does not look good because we would be 0-2 in the division. And there's 7 seeds now in the AFC. The AFC is wide open. I see us possibly making it as one of the final 2 seeds for sure. But are we going to go far?
Probably not. More likely not. Like,
and I don't know what you just added. It looks like you're in Undertaker's graveyard. I love it.
Yeah, I'm doing this on the fly. Don't mind me.
I love it.
no, it's good. You're good.
Channeling in his Halloween spirit, and
Which I don't normally have. So this is, I don't know what I'm doing.
this is rare, guys. You're seeing a blue moon right now,
Pretty much.
legitimately. So yeah, I'm about to grab one of my Chucky masks or Michael masks.
There we go.
Just get into the spirit of Halloween. Seriously.
I don't feel like I'm see-through enough, chat. What do you? Let's see.
I love it. You look good, man. Maybe
Hold on.
not see through enough, but hey,
Now I can see the bat like through his head. I don't know, but hopefully, we get something out of these guys. If we trade them, cool. If we don't, then all right, we got decent depth there. But I'd be up for trading those guys.
yeah. And if they go, then so be it.
And hopefully, it's a real treat for us for the Halloween season.
Because honestly, and to add on, man, Ingram and Ebron, they're probably not going to remain with the team after next year. So
No.
might as well trade them while you still can.
Exactly. So do it.
Might as well.
That's how I see it.
Yeah.
Hell, shout out to Lady Steele because she said, I think we should trade some of the people that aren't going to come back next year for capital. I agree with her.
Yeah.
We've been saying that for years about multiple different, players. I think we even said that about Juju.
Yeah, especially shout out to GT Show, man. He's been on that train for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I'm not opposed to it.
No, of course not.
Shout out to our boy GT, man. He's currently moving, so we probably won't be seeing him for a few days.
No, but shout out to him, man.
Most definitely.
But hey, the trade deadline is November 2nd. What do we trade for? Who do we trade? I have no idea. Let us know your guys' thoughts in the live chat, man. But Steelers at Browns, man. We're going to do a little brief talk about this since we've kind of done it already with our preview, his preview earlier where he went live for that, and Unger to the Max's preview on his channel. Shout out to him. We did a collab with him, which was a great 2-hour talk with a Browns fan.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. So definitely check out Unger to the Max. Huge shout out to him.
Absolutely, man. But Steelers at Browns, man, we're going to get into the injury report. And there's a lot to note when it comes to the injury report. Obviously, Ebron, Melvin Ingram are out as seen before. Everyone else is going to be playing. Zach Banner should be a full go. He should not be inactive. We could get him going in the running game. Anthony McFarland was activated off of IR this past week. He should be playing. It'll be interesting to see what type of role he has on the offense with Canada as he has experience. So that's good there. Now for the Browns, though, this is the main talking point. Holy moly.
Because they are riddled with injuries right now.
Dude, I wasn't even aware how bad it is.
It is, yeah, I thought we were pretty bad. No, they take the cake here. Most of these guys are depth guys, but Malik Jackson, questionable. Jadeveon Clowney with holy hell. An ankle, a groin, and a knee injury. What the hell did this man do? Wow.
Jesus.
Out of that large list, though, there's only a handful of guys that are actually not going to be playing.
Yeah, because the actual outs are Donovan Peoples-Jones, one of the more reliable receivers, Denzel Ward, their number one corner, and their secondary's been awful all year, so they're about to lose their number one corner, and safety Richard LeCounte III. Not injury-related, whatever that's about, but one name that is not on... But one name that is not on that list is quarterback Baker Mayfield.
He will be active. He will be playing. Which actually came a surprise to me, and I'm sure Dan and JB, because the guy's hurt right now. The guy's got a torn labrum, and I think it is in his left shoulder. I mean, they've said that the swelling has gone down. There's progress with the injury. It's healing. But even then, it's like,
all it takes is one hit for Watt to come over to the right side and take him down and him the left on that left shoulder, and he's out for the game. I do not see Baker making it through this game. I see Case Keenum coming in at some point.
And with the Browns starting Baker, they better hope to God that the offensive line can block, that they can limit TJ Watt. But even then, what the hell can you do? And there's Baker Mayfield.
I was waiting for it. I knew he'd show up.
He came out the castle. Holy jeez.
The castle. I was talking about the casket, but
I think this place is haunted.
But by the end of Sunday,
haunted.
he may very well be in a casket.
Might need
I
to.
really think this place is haunted, guys.
Hey, man, you've been watching too many Goosebumps episodes, bro, with your kids. So, like, hey.
You see that? You guys saw that.
I saw it.
Yeah.
I knew he'd show up at some point, but hey,
I mean, when does he not?
it's the ghost of Mayfield's past. Or Cleveland.
Yeah, he's back, man. He's back from the dead. It's not good news.
No.
Well,
honestly, if you want me to be honest about Baker and this whole decision, it reeks of desperate, like...
That's what I thought. Because I'm like...
It just screams desperate. And then you told me about his tweet tonight. I mean, holy shit.
In fact, I'm glad you mentioned that because I'll pull that up right now. But yeah, I'm surprised they put Baker in with all his injuries. And for a game like this, I get it's a divisional game. It's the Browns' first divisional game. Then they have the Bengals next week. I get it. But you're going to risk your starter, your franchise, against us, the Steelers?
I'm sorry, I just don't think it's worth it. Like, I actually thought they were going to start Case Keenum.
Which they should have. Keenum gives them the best shot to win from a health standpoint. And he has experience with Stefanski.
Yes, he does.
So why are you going to risk Baker? I've heard from numerous Brown fans. Shout out to Unger to the Max. Shout out to Loose Cannon. They hate the idea of Baker starting tomorrow.
It just makes no sense. It's idiotic. It's an old school Browns move of how desperate they are. It's like, bro, you don't need to do this. They don't.
Anyway,
especially looking at our team right now.
What was that?
Did Baker just burn a building? I heard a fire truck.
Yeah, I was. It's very coincidental.
Very coincidental. Very. It's like, what the hell's going on, man? Like, come on.
But speaking of Baker, this is what he posted on Twitter earlier. He said, "Absolutely need our stadium rocking tomorrow. Loudest I've ever heard it needs to be tomorrow. We give everything we have. Y'all need to do it too. In this together, Cleveland. P.S. Quiet when we're on offense. Other than that, go crazy." They're treating this like it's a Super Bowl.
I like that guy's comment. He says, "Is Baker drunk tweeting the night before a game?"
Yes, from Rick Fisher. Or Rick Fish, excuse me.
Oh, that's great news right there, man.
I noticed that too, because I thought, like, did the computer black it out? Did Twitter shadow something? No, that's just him spacing 50 times.
Literally. But, yeah, I mean, yeah, it just makes no sense for the Browns to start Baker. Like, don't risk it.
Maybe he accidentally bumped his phone when he was pulling his butt plug out.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry.
Oh, shit.
Hey, it's unfiltered here.
It is unfiltered, always.
But Baker's going to play. That's, either way you look at it, I suppose that's a good thing for the Steelers. But I'm still anticipating Keenum coming in. But irregardless who's at quarterback, because we all know what the Steelers have to do to win this game. Defensively. And I don't know if they can.
They need to stop the run.
Correct.
I mean, it's so obvious.
Another name that wasn't on the injury report was Nick Chubb. He is back.
Yeah, he is healthy. He is good to go.
And they're going to have D'Ernest Johnson, who's coming off 150 yards in the biggest game of his life in a backup role. You're talking about a top 3 running back coming back behind that offensive line. One of the best lines in the league. They spent big bucks on that line. Draft picks.
And they're going up against our rush defense that, as of right now, only has Cam Hayward.
Literally, because they allowed over 100 rushing yards in the third quarter alone against Seattle and their backups last week.
That rush defense single-handedly let Seattle basically come back and send the game into overtime.
And yeah, we're coming off a bye, but the Browns are also coming off a pretty long week.
Yeah. But our rush defense, all they have is Cam Hayward, T.J. Watt right now.
But even then, because if they scheme it where they run away from Hayward, then they can get, some yards up the field.
Yeah, because we don't have Tua. At this point, I don't know when Tua's going to be coming back. I hope soon. I hope he's in a good mindset right now. I hope he's doing good mentally and physically. But I don't know when he's coming back. Alualu's out for the year. Our rush defense is horrible. Bush, I don't know what the hell's going on with Devin Bush and his rush defense.
Yeah, exactly. One person that's going to have to step up majorly in this game defensively is definitely Devin Bush. We've seen from film, you can see it on the field, Bush is not the same. It's got to be him still recovering from the injury last year, the nagging groin injury he suffered all year. He's not as physical. He doesn't hit the gaps. He doesn't go downhill and make the aggressive stops that he used to.
And he needs to, big time.
Especially tomorrow. Like, there's no better time to step it the fuck up, Devin Bush.
Exactly. Like come on.
I'll say this: the Steelers themselves, they owe us fans a win tomorrow.
Yes, they do.
Like,
you know why? Because God forbid if we actually do lose this game with the blueprint that I pointed out in my live stream this morning, we are not going to hear the end of these assholes.
No, we're not.
No.
I mean, it's bad enough.
Off season with these guys, man.
It's bad enough. We see it all the time on Twitter from everybody.
These guys are pounding chili, pounding on their chests, rubbing chili into their chest hairs. It's annoying.
Very annoying.
It really is.
And all of us Steelers fans are anticipating this team to play their best football because they haven't yet. If there's a game to do it, it's right here. After what Cleveland did to us in January in that wild card game, all of us Steelers fans are expecting the Steelers to come into enemy territory and whoop some ass. If they don't do that, then what the hell, Steelers?
On Halloween, like, they got to destroy these fuckers in killer fashion.
Like, this
no
team,
pun intended.
This team literally needs to have a freaking mentality. Like, we can't let this thing happen again. We got to tell this team, we got to show this team, hey, that was a fluke. Like, come into enemy territory, whoop some ass, and go on a freaking massacre on Halloween.
But it's been a while since we've seen that aggression from the Steelers.
Yeah.
I can't recall the last time they had that passion.
Yeah, because that aggression and that passion was years ago. Right now, I don't think they have that. I hate to say that about the Steelers, but it doesn't look like they have it. They don't have an identity right now.
No, I mean, we can always kind of make predictions about the team in regards to, are they going to win, or you have a good feeling. This year, I'm not getting any kind of feeling. In fact, if I'm being honest, if it's like on a scale, I'm getting more negative vibes from this team.
That's not good.
It's not.
Because like what you said, man, there's no identity. Because, and you know why? For the people that don't understand what Dan and Bob are saying, there's no identity, meaning there's no consistency.
Zero. Hell,
if you don't have consistency, you're not going to have an identity, because 1 week you can't be a great defense 1 week and then be a shitty defense the next, and can't be a good offense for like 1 quarter and then, go completely flat.
Exactly. Like you said, man, when the offense plays good, defense plays shit, and vice versa.
Yeah.
You've said that countless times.
Too many times, bro.
And we keep seeing it. It's reoccurring.
Yeah, they play one half great, second half they fall apart, or vice versa. It's like they got to play all 4 quarters, like you said in your live stream earlier, JB. They have to play all 4 quarters. No excuses, no exceptions.
We need a team victory tomorrow. A full 60-minute team victory.
Especially where we're standing at right now. Last in the division.
And I want to elaborate on that, what you guys just said as far as the 4-quarter thing. When I say that, I'm not, my expectations aren't necessarily like, oh, you have to stop them from scoring on every single drive.
Well, of course.
That's not going to happen.
Of course.
That is absolutely unrealistic. But what I mean by that is you can't be sitting there allowing these guys, like what happened against the Seahawks. We literally was on the verge of a loss. And it took one man to turn that around.
One man.
And you're not going to be able to count on this guy 100% every single fucking game. Because this is a team sport.
It is.
And anyone that disputes that, I point to last year's playoff game where TJ Watt was, much like myself, a ghost.
That's very clever.
Very clever. Yeah, gotta give you that one.
But as was this whole team. Tomorrow, they can't show that. And I apologize if I'm trying to be too greedy or too aggressive, but this is fucking football. As a Steelers fan, I am absolutely livid after what happened.
Of course.
The Seahawk game literally killed me. That's why I'm dead right now.
Yes.
I had a heart attack. The whole thing Steelers fans brag about over the years.
Yeah.
Well, it happened, and here I am.
And I'm sorry.
I said last week. I mean, you know what I meant.
Yeah,
Yes.
I know what you mean. The last game.
Yeah.
But even then, it wasn't even just Seattle. They almost allowed Denver to come back. Buffalo could have came back. Week 1.
Yeah, so what this is all getting to and tying into is, we had the bye week. That's where you're supposed to get rest, get back fully healthy for the most part, and adjust.
We did. I do.
Yeah, especially fingers crossed Bush. But of course, Banner. Don't want to exclude him from that because he's going to be major in the running game. But all this has to tie into the point that this team needs to improve on their mistakes.
Yeah.
Can they do that? Because that's what the bye week's for. This is supposed to be the coming up part of the season. The second half of the season is when you're supposed to turn up. AFC's wide open. The opportunity's right in front of you. I'm just saying.
No, I agree.
You're going to burst through that door, you're going to slam it shut on yourself.
Young boy says almost doesn't count. I admire. I really do. I admire people's belief in this team this year. I wish I had it.
I try. I really do.
I mean, bro, like, yeah, we won in the end, but it's the fact that we could have let them come back, bro. Like, do you want to deal with that every single game?
Right.
And if that's the case, if that does happen every single...
But what happens when we play stiffer competition, which we have ahead of us?
We have.
Yeah, we have. We faced different competition. We faced different competition in the Raiders, the Bengals, and the Packers. We got blown out. And they lead their respective divisions. So what's that got to say about us? But then we face against injury-plagued, weaker teams, and...
Even then, we barely go out with a victory.
Yeah. So was that...
We squeezed a win against Geno Smith, and we took a loss to Aaron Rodgers. I mean,
So what's that going to say about the team right now? That's why all of us want us to step up big time against Cleveland. This is the time to do it, especially what the Steelers did in the offseason. They're right now with the team that they got, bringing Ben back, they're basically in win-now mode. Right now, they're not in win-now mode. It doesn't look like that.
No, exactly. We need a dominating, convincing win tomorrow in legitimate Michael Myers fashion. That's what I hope for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Is that what I'm expecting? No.
No, I'm not. I'm going to go into this game like I am the previous games and probably even the rest of the season. I'm not going to have my expectations too high because of how the Steelers have been playing. That's just me.
Either way, I hope we get a win tomorrow because we need it. It's a big fucking game tomorrow. So we
shout out to Jason, man. I agree. Chase Claypool's been disappointing so far.
Yeah, he has. He's another guy that needs to step up in the second half of the season.
Yeah, because we haven't brought him up at all.
Although I don't entirely think it's all him. But I think he definitely needs to step up this year. I think the Steelers need to...
I definitely put some blame on Claypool because he's had passes where he's dropped them.
Yeah, sure. But I think that's most of it.
I mean, that's what you're supposed to do. You're that kind of... Or at least you were that caliber player in your rookie season.
Right.
And Ben's giving you opportunities and you're dropping them and you're letting... defenders outmuscle you and shit. It's like, come on, dude, use your size.
Yeah, really.
I mean, there's been times Ben's, he hasn't thrown properly. He's been very inaccurate towards Claypool.
But there's times where he hits him and Claypool hasn't, taken advantage.
No.
But I think that's where the Steelers need to get him used properly in the slot with Juju out.
Yes.
Like, don't...
By the way, I got to put this in your chat or on your stream here because I said it in mine and I want to say it here just for proof in the future. I want to be wrong.
Yes.
Just for the record, I want to be absolutely fucking wrong about how I'm feeling right now.
We all want to be wrong. We have no problem being wrong when it comes to the Steelers.
Yes.
Especially when it comes to succeeding. When it comes to that point, yeah. Like we talk.
Yeah, and I don't care, listen, I don't care how terrible this team plays. Yes, I'm always going to be very realistic about what I say when I get on YouTube or even in personal conversations. But what I'm not going to do is stop watching the team because they stink.
Yeah, really.
Because I hate doing this, but I grew up watching this team when they did suck. Okay? I've seen some very bad seasons. I'm stuck with the team because I'm a real fan.
You have. Thankfully, we haven't, although we are totally anticipating it.
Yeah.
Although we kind of probably already are living in one, but...
I mean, we saw a bit of a tease when Rudolph and Duck had to start. But even then, we didn't give up on the damn team. We didn't stop watching.
Hell no.
We stuck with them through thick and thin, and we will.
No, man, I'm not missing, unless there's like some crazy event that gets in the way or whatever it is, like something very important. I'm not missing a game.
Hell no.
No.
I haven't missed a game since 2014.
In fact, so far this season, I've done a watch week every single week.
Every week, and you're going to do one tomorrow.
Yeah, and honestly, last year I probably would have did every game last year, but I had some health concern, issues and stuff like that forced me to kind of step away for a little bit.
Yeah.
So God granted, I'm going to, do this entire season. I'm not missing nothing. I don't care if we lose every game going forward.
Yeah, exactly.
What I'm not going to do is get on this camera and lie to you and get on here and just tell you people what you want to hear. Like most other people that I've come across on this platform, I'm not doing it for views. I'm just not. And I wish I would have said this in my live stream because I really don't want to hijack yours. But
no, you're good. Let it out. Let it out, man.
I'm not. And I keep saying this again, too. I'm not putting a bow on a pile of shit. I'm not doing it.
If you were to do that, you would be the Cleveland Browns. Because honestly.
No, seriously, though. I'm not going to get on here and not be myself. And give my opinion and what my views are on the team. And not to sound like a know-it-all, but there's been a lot of times where I've been right about things. And this is one of those times where I wish and I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I hope the Steelers go the rest of the season undefeated and beat everybody's ass. And we march into the playoffs and finally win a Super Bowl after how long now?
Imagine that. Imagine we run the table. But we know that's not going to happen.
I'll be the first one to get on camera and admit that, hey, earlier and towards the middle of the season, I was wrong.
Yeah, of course. We're right there. We are right there with you, man. The team just got to show up.
Now, man, I don't see what a lot of other people do, and I really do admire the commitment to looking at a pile of shit and saying, man, that's some gold right there. Salute. I salute the shit out of you.
Pun intended.
Still Cannon said, all the Browns fans in the chat, I must be. What am I missing?
That doesn't surprise me.
That doesn't surprise me, but.
Hey. All those Browns fans.
Okay, never mind. I see you.
I just want to say, you guys are all a bunch of fucking jag nuts, jag-offs. It is
seriously. They're like I don't want to use this word, but they're like disabled gremlins that come out of the ground, like full of chili sauce and shit.
Hey, it's jag-off season.
Shut off that hoodie, bro. I forgot you was wearing that.
Bro, I've been wearing this hoodie since 10 o'clock this morning. Like, I haven't taken it off. And
it's actually a shame that I really didn't make that a YouTube series.
Hey, I'm just representing the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, bro, you had gold in it's the Jag-off report, but
you know why? I knew that doing a Jag-off, like it's Jag-off season show, or the Jag-off report, it's very clickbaity because people like drama.
Yeah, exactly. And
I chose not to do that.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
because I'd much rather just talk about the Steelers and give my views and communicate with chat and
then shit on people and try to get
right. Then, like you just said, like shitting on other YouTubers and stuff like that. Which honestly, that's what that whole idea was brewed around.
Yeah.
Honestly, but ultimately, in the end, I said, you know what? I'm not gonna engage in that. I'm a grown ass man.
Yeah, you're at that point. You're desperate for clout, as people would say these days.
Yeah,
these stupid ass millennials. But anyway,
I'm not trying to get on here and be like, oh, this YouTuber so and so is a bitch, and then I see you at the game and you want to shake my hand and shit. Like we're going back and forth on YouTube. I see you at Heinz Field and you want to shake my. I'm not doing that.
Right.
No, of course not.
Brandon is perfect. He says
this Avery guy says he made our center retire.
He retired himself.
Oh my God.
Like, so are you guys really trying to say, oh, you guys made Ben cry, you guys made Pouncey retire? Pouncey was already contemplating retirement beforehand, you dumb fuck.
And Brandon said Brownie's biggest accomplishment is what they did last year. And going back to the Baker tweet, they're treating this like a Super Bowl. Hey, we finally beat the Steelers. Oh, my God. It took us 20 years to beat them in Heinz. Yay. Let's go. Woo. Fucking shut the fuck up. Congratulations.
Big whoop, you beat us. Get over it.
It took you 20. I'm taking this mic off, bitch. It took you 20 years to do something that you couldn't do ever. And that's
I want to remind them, this is your quarterback right here.
Yes. And that's your accomplishment?
A fucking ghost wearing a SteelTwins hat right here. This guy. He's doing a commercial for us just like he does in real life.
Yes. Which, by the way, SteelTwins.com. That's where you can get a SteelTwins hat. That's where you can get a Jag-off season hoodie. Especially the hoodies. All fall and winter merch is now up on the store. Get it while you can, man. We're going to have some sales on soon. So, SteelTwins.com, man. Dude, I swear to God, I'm not even trying to sucker up our own brand. This is some of the most comfortable shit I've worn. I've worn this 12 straight hours. It's kept me warm. I'm actually sweating right now. And my heater's not on.
All right, Baker, you're doing a little too much.
Baker, get out of here before I kick you out.
Go back to the Cheesecake Factory. Like, come on.
I told you to show off the merch, not jump around like a fucking idiot. God damn it. We need to fire him, honestly.
This ain't a trampoline park, Baker. Come on.
He's looking for attention, man.
As is all these goddamn Browns fans. Big whoop, you beat the Steelers. Maybe focus on the next accomplishment that you can get.
Maybe just said we have Big Ben as our quarterback, as if that's some fucking like flaw.
Is that an insult, bro? We have been to 3 Super Bowls with him as our fucking quarterback. How many Super Bowls have you guys been to with Baker Mayfield? As a matter of fact, how many division titles have you won since the AFC North was established? How many losing seasons have you guys had with how many quarterbacks you've had? Because guess how many losing seasons Ben has had in his whole career? 0. The amount of division titles you guys have since the AFC North was established. 0.
So how about you shut the fuck up about the game and focus on that accomplishment?
I can go all night.
Oh my goodness, man. They should probably, all the fans in Cleveland should check their asses because I'm pretty sure it says Big Ben.
Bro, they were
whooping your ass for fucking ever.
Dude, before they beat us in the playoffs, they were celebrating Myles Garrett attacking Mason Rudolph with his own helmet.
Yes.
It's 2021.
I'm not living in 2008, bitch.
Just as mediocre as us.
Trey said it best. He's living in 2020. This is entertaining, man. I'll be here all night.
Yeah, how stupid was that? It's 2021, yet you're talking about something that happened in 2020.
Yeah.
Real shit.
Holy shit, man. These guys are really stupid, aren't they?
They're contradicting. Wow.
They're probably eats a hot dog upside down.
They're a real freaking headache. Maybe they should chug some of that chili.
That Skyline chili. I'd rather
argue that that's a Cincinnati thing, but whatever.
Yeah, regardless, I'd rather have I'd rather have Permanis or an Iron City.
They argue with Skyline chili, but our friend Loose Cannon sent some to us, and he's a Browns fan.
Yeah, it must be an Ohio thing. I don't know. Irregardless, it's decent, but it's no Permanis.
I won't recommend it.
Browns fans are literally like those little kids that play the bigger brother, and they get a touchdown in a Madden game, and they fucking jump around, and then they end up losing the game.
While I'm wiping his fucking tears away, telling him he's trash, and he's crying to his goddamn mommy. Fucking bum.
TJ Black said, my mom is from Ohio and is a Steelers fan. Now I know why.
I've been to Ohio. It looks like a dumpster fire.
And seriously, man, I know there's Browns fans that live in Pittsburgh, but it's really like a unicorn, honestly.
Really.
Whereas if you go to Cleveland, there's tons of Steelers fans.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. There's many we know. Steel Maiden is one of them.
Yes.
Like, there's so many we know, man. Anyway, where to next?
I mean, final things on the game, I'll say. I mean, I will say this. The Browns, they're not the same team that they were years ago. They are a different team.
I'm not underestimating them.
Of course not.
I'm terrified of that rushing attack.
I'm not going to underestimate them even with these injuries, but I do want to throw this out there. Even if we do win, keep in mind this is an injury-riddled Browns team. They're not really at full strength. Me, honestly, I want a full, healthy Browns team, and I want us to beat that team rather than an injury-plagued team. That's just me, though.
Well, that's what week, I forget what week it is, but we play them on Monday night.
Isn't that week 16, 17, something like that?
Something along the lines. I can't wait for that.
Which will be in Pittsburgh. But that's just me. I just want to throw that out there. But hopefully we do get the win tomorrow.
If we don't stop the run, I don't like our chances. That's all I'm going to say.
We'll see.
And by the way, as far as the Browns fans go, two things. One, majority of Browns fans that are on here talking shit and have been talking shit, not only on here, but on Twitter. A lot of you guys are fucking frauds.
Yep.
You didn't care about the team prior to 2020 or even 2019. You weren't cheering. You were embarrassed to wear a Browns jersey.
You wore the brown paper bag of shame.
Right.
For how many games?
Which you would never see us do. And number two, more importantly, man, you guys are just a bunch of fucking jagoffs. You're probably the ones that were actually dedicated and actually did cheer for this team. The only reason they did so is because they're too fucking stupid.
Yep. They watch our team more than they watch their own team. That's why if you see on Twitter, all they do is talk shit about the Steelers. I understand you guys were in...
Again, it's because literally, and it's been said multiple times, not just by us, this is their Super Bowl.
It is.
And that is absolutely pathetic. Imagine coming on here, for instance, and talking shit to us. Your franchise, admittedly, is treating this game like a Super Bowl.
Dude, they had a complete fridge full of, I think it was Bud Light, for when they would beat
the Jets.
For when they would win a game again. They had it locked. Literally locked, chain and lock. And they wouldn't open it until they won a game again. And when they beat the Jets on Thursday night.
The Jets, they opened it and probably drank the whole
when
goddamn thing.
when you have something that symbolizes your losing or your dumpster fire ability, I would say, then that is absolutely something to not be proud of. That is I guess pathetic, is to put it in basic terms.
It is the definition of pathetic.
Yeah. Jason says, what y'all wearing tomorrow? I'm wearing Minkah Fitzpatrick jersey because I think he will have his breakout game tomorrow. Same thing happened last year. He didn't have a pick. Everyone was saying, where's Minkah? Where's Minkah? You guys traded a first for what you would get if he was still in Miami, and then he got a pick 6 on Baker. So I
think I'm going to wear my Mason Rudolph jersey.
Oh. What am I going to wear, man? I have no clue.
Me, I'm probably going to wear my TJ Watt. Why? Because he's the GOAT. Literally. You just took the words right out of my mouth.
I do have a Mason Rudolph jersey.
You do.
I don't know what I'm aware.
Watt today. Maybe I'll put it back tomorrow. I don't know.
I'm trying to make it synonymous with the Browns and Steelers history because I like to do it that way.
You got Ben, right?
I got a color rush Ben. Do I want to wear Ben?
I mean, why the hell not?
Because.
Honestly, you know what? That's a good idea. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a Ben jersey anymore. I had one years ago. In fact, I actually don't know what happened to it. But wouldn't be a bad jersey to pick for tomorrow.
You know what?
It wouldn't.
You know what? I'm going to wear my color rush Ben.
Because why the hell not, right?
And speaking of, because now that you brought up the fact that you don't have a Ben jersey, I just realized, this is the last year, I fingers crossed it's the last year, that I can get myself a new Ben jersey. And I
need to get one too, man.
I need a new Ben jersey. I need a new Watt jersey. I need to get myself a Hayden jersey before he goes.
Man, Joe Hayden. Man, he's coming back home. Halloween.
Yeah. In fact, I'm going to pull that up quick. This is something we made.
Yeah, because Danny made this today, because why the hell not?
Because it's Halloween, and I'm a Michael Myers fanatic. And, hey, it's Steelers at the Browns. Where did Joe Hayden start his career? With the Browns.
Yeah.
And tomorrow's Halloween, so tomorrow is the night he came home.
Joe Hayden.
Joe Hayden, man.
I lift weights.
Man, let me tell you what.
Not I list weights.
Dan made that error earlier today. I had to fix it.
Yeah.
I personally, I'm going to be honest, as a designer, I love this.
Well, that speaks very highly coming from you. That's actually encouraging. I appreciate that.
Well, see, here's the thing. Not everything always has to be overly complicated or,
Top notch.
You kind of capture the simplistic aspect of all that as far as that error. I love it.
Yeah, because I tried to get with the I lift weights, I tried to get it on kind of like a movie credits font.
Yeah.
But I also tried to make it where the drop shadow is very synonymous with the Halloween logo. Let me see if I can get the picture. Where's it at? Give me a minute, folks. Something like that. See what I mean? See how the drop logo with Hayden, it may not be incredibly identical, but it's close enough.
By the way, hopefully you remember, after we get off here, remind me of that font we were talking about as far as the Halloween one.
Okay.
I might be able to get access.
In fact, I should be able to have it in my what's it called? Browsing history.
Yeah.
So I should be able to find that.
Send that to me. I'll see what I can do.
Yeah.
I have some sources.
But yeah,
because I like that logo too. Because I like those bold fonts.
I love it. I love the classic shit. I'm an old school head, so
Nostalgia, man.
It is nostalgia.
I just noticed I'm wearing a Penguins hat and they lost.
Yeah, let's talk about the Penguins a little bit, man.
Oh, Jesus, man.
The Penguins lost 4-2 to the New Jersey Devils.
Did you guys just cut up?
You did, but now you're back.
Oh, nice.
But
Okay,
anyway.
that was weird.
Okay.
Technical difficulties.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm sweating right now.
You'll be all right.
That's how effective these jerseys are. What jerseys?
Jackets.
Hoodies.
Yeah, I did
Yeah,
cut
so
what the hell?
It keeps you warm.
Ben is going to throw over 50 times just to an L. Against your secondary, that is weak as fuck. I think even a 39-year-old Ben can do decent. I'm not going to give him too much credit. But, yeah.
Not the current rate of his career right now.
Alvarado.
That does say a lot, though. Ben, in what is likely his last season in the NFL, is still better than a young Baker Mayfield.
Yes, it is.
So what does that say?
It's crazy because Baker, you could say...
You guys don't even know what a franchise quarterback looks like.
No, it's fucking nuts. Baker Mayfield is the best quarterback they've had since they've been back in the league, but that's not being...
No, that's not. And right now, I hope to God Cleveland gives them that extension.
It's incredible.
I do.
It's incredible because Baker Mayfield is the worst quarterback in the division.
If they give him that contract, I will laugh my ass off. If they give him over $100 million, it would be like Jared Goff all over again.
Dude, that is the perfect comparison.
That would be Jared Goff all over again. And I would enjoy every single minute of it.
Every single minute.
If that news broke out. Fingers crossed.
Because you know what? After last season, they talk all that shit about getting us, kicked out of the playoffs. Great, cool. But you guys lost the next week.
Yeah.
So, you know what that tells me? That you guys suck so bad that you could have literally a Super Bowl roster and still find a way to fucking suck.
Yep. They lost to Chad Henne.
That is comical to me.
They allowed...
Hey, look, we got a Super Bowl kind of caliber team, and we don't know how to win.
They allowed a 35-year-old Chad Henne to almost get a first down on third and then would eventually convert on the fourth down.
He said if you say Ben is better than Baker right now, you don't know football. Go fuck yourself, dude.
Have you watched the game?
You don't know anything outside of your asshole and the brown that comes out of it, you fuckface. Seriously.
I give you props. That was incredible.
Wow.
I don't know football. Really? What the fuck is your avatar, Owl? The hell is that? Oh, it's the Kanye bear.
Kanye?
The what?
You mean the Yee?
Because, posting your actual picture as your profile, that's so hard to do.
Oh, we all know what's hiding behind
Yeah,
it.
I swear to God.
Jesus Christ.
These guys are freaking comical, dude.
Probably looks like the hills have eyes.
Like, honestly, they should be stand-up comedians with what they say.
I'm not trying to give them too much more attention, but...
We almost lost to Gino. I kind of been pointing that out. Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah.
We almost lost it. You guys are just as
supposed
mediocre
to be insulted?
Yeah, like, we all three of us stated this earlier. Like, where the hell have you been?
Am I supposed to be crying over that? Like, oh my God, yeah, you're right. Like, bitch, okay, and? Like...
We know.
Go to bed.
We know.
Like, damn, bro.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you got fucking school tomorrow, kid.
Yeah, Sunday school, bro.
Yeah. Go to school, bitch.
You ain't gonna be able to watch the game, man. Nah.
Go read your gold books.
But shout out to the Ravens because thank God they're on a bye and we can actually watch the game locally.
Yeah.
Rather than finding an illegal stream this time. But
well, speak for yourself. I've been paying fucking ridiculous amounts of money to watch the games.
Yeah, see, that's dedication.
That's what people don't see, man. I'm such a fake ass fan.
Yeah,
not
a real Steelers fan though, right?
No, but you put so much effort into this shit.
Steelers fan's gonna pay $20 a fucking week to watch the game?
I would.
Jesus Christ.
I don't care how cheap I am. I would.
I wouldn't care what record they got. I'm watching the game,
dude. I have snuck in my phone to work when on my first year at the job when I wasn't supposed to just to watch the game during peak season. I called off to watch the Patriots game after we lost to the Raiders. We watched it with you, JB, where Hayden got that pick.
Yeah.
Great game.
I'm laughing at Trey Young. Trey Young said he's going to go trick-or-treating. God, that's funny.
Oh, what's he going to dress up as? As a clown? As a
Maybe.
turd? He's going to dress up as the turd from South Park. Color Rush confirmed.
He's probably going to be the grape.
You remember? I remember.
You remember? We won last year. We remember?
Now, what do you mean by the Color Rush? Like, I'm wearing my Color Rush bend, but has the Steelers made an announcement? Because when are they going to wear the Color Rush or the throwbacks?
I haven't heard it. I haven't heard anything. Not yet. I have not heard anything yet.
Let's see. Is there anything on Twitter that states this? I'm not seeing anything.
Probably not.
Not seeing a thing on Twitter.
Trey wants to know how I pay for the game. I'm paying through Game Pass. And of course, there's some more steps to that, but
Yeah.
I'm not going to talk about that on here.
No.
Of course.
It's not technically legal because I'm paying my money.
Yeah.
But let's just say I kind of travel the globe every Sunday.
Yeah.
There's your hint. I like to travel across seas on Sunday to watch the game from the JBN lab because, as you guys know, that is a global place. So
it goes everywhere.
try to put those two together. You'll figure it out, man. NFL Game Pass, overseas. Yeah, you get it.
Yeah.
If not, hit me up on Twitter at JB from412.
Yeah.
It would be nice because I feel like I'm an absolute ghost, just like I am right now on Twitter. Nobody, for whatever reason, it's just like no one either sees my tweets or maybe I just really suck at Twitter. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't get it either. Follow us on Twitter at JB from 412, correct?
What's that?
JB from 412 on Twitter?
Yes.
Yeah, so JB from 412 on Twitter and at SteelTwins. In fact, we'll be live tweeting during the game.
We do it.
I kind of took a page out of JD from New York, if I'm being honest.
In fact, hold on. Is JB 412 still, like,
yeah,
hijacked?
Unfortunately, somebody is, I guess, signed up with that account years ago and hasn't really posted for almost a decade.
Hold on, wait a minute. I don't see it.
Wait, for real?
Dead ass. I mean, I could be wrong.
Here, we go to people. Hold
on. Let's go to at. Hold on. Oh, wait, it's still there.
I was going to say, you got me excited for a second.
Okay, I'm reporting this bastard.
Yeah, everybody go report
Josh
B412 for impersonation.
Yeah, hold on, where's it at? They're pretending to be me or someone else. Someone else.
Yeah.
Someone else. At.
Oh, dude, my Steelers chair is starting to peel. No.
Oh, that's not good.
The armband part? No. Or I said armband. The arms, whatever.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Where did I lost chat? Damn it.
I got a question for SteelTwins and JB. What made you a Steelers fan? Says Sebastian.
You want to go first? Mine's pretty quick.
No, you can go.
If you're correct, go
I mean,
ahead.
we're both quick, but
What made me a Steelers fan is I grew up in a family that watches football, and I had an uncle who unfortunately passed away in 2018. And I had three choices growing up. It was either Cowboys, Eagles, or Steelers. And, of course, I looked up to my uncle. And over the years, we just grew a bond that way. And honestly, when I got older, it was more like we were brothers. But long story short, I became a fan because of him. And that was roughly around 1990, 1991.
yeah.
So nothing crazy, but that's pretty much what it is in a nutshell.
Yeah, and we kind of followed the same path, only with our brother.
Yeah.
You got it, bro. That's what it is right there in chat. Boom.
Yeah, exactly. That's how he watches his games, man, and hey, it's effective. So
Yeah.
whatever works. Don't fall back.
No, of course not.
But yeah, the same stories with us and our oldest brother. We used to play Madden with him all the time. He used to beat our ass. We used to cry, and then we used to, we grew up and got better. But he would get us invested in that initially. Then we just started watching the live games and get investing. And one of the games I remember watching with him was the Tebow game.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, but
I remember, the AFC Championship game, watching with him and even some of our family members, which we have family that are Steelers fans as well.
I like to think that's partially due to you, JB, but
probably because I still don't know to this day how our family or how Steelers got into our family because our parents are Cowboys fans, both of them.
Yeah, I'd like to take credit because
take all the credit.
With our families growing up on the same block all those years, there was not many Steelers fans outside of myself on the block. It was Eagles, and I think that was really it, honestly. But
the stuff you would expect from Central PA, yeah.
Right. And, we were kind of close growing up, so maybe I did rub off on them a little bit.
Totally.
And definitely had to because they became Steelers fans. And
that might be something we need to dig into, find out, what the true origins are.
Yeah, seriously. But, we were just around our siblings throughout.
In fact, what's crazy? I don't know if everyone else is like this, but I remember shit from when I was younger so vividly. I literally remember the moment I became a Steelers fan. The exact moment.
Wow.
My uncle had this sweater. It was a gray sweater, and it had like a blimp. It was like a Steelers blimp. It was like some kind of cartoon design.
Oh, that's nice.
Maybe actually probably Google to see if it's out there, because he gave me that sweater for Christmas.
Wow.
And that was the moment I said, okay, I'm a Steelers fan.
That's nuts. That's insane. Holy jeez.
No, it was at my grandma's house. Because the interesting thing, he was like in his early 20s at the time. So
Steelers,
he was still living there.
Okay, so I searched it up, Steelers blimp sweater, and it gives me Christmas sweaters, and it just shows the Goodyear blimp. I don't care about Goodyear.
No, like I said, this was early 90s stuff right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, something you probably won't ever be able to find unless it's like really like hidden in your attic.
Yep.
Oh no, that thing's long gone.
Long gone, man.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I still have my Cordell Stewart jersey. That was my first jersey I ever had. Old Slash.
Yeah, it's insane.
You grew up watching them. Crazy days, weren't they?
Yeah.
You got me looking for it now.
Yeah,
Yeah, see, it's gonna show like modern.
Yeah, see, Google's worthless. I mean, it's not, but it is. And Bob, you need to stop eating that Wendy's chili.
I haven't eaten Wendy's in months.
Yeah, that's a lie.
Oh shit, that's interesting. I did find
Okay, not the
a
chili.
very old sweater that I did have.
Wow.
The one with Tasmanian on it.
No way.
But that's not obviously the one I'm looking for. You know what? Now I'm gonna have like this personal like thing, like where I need to find this.
Yeah, right. Like you just gotta get it. You gotta have it.
Stone and Confused say trade Eric Ebron. I'd trade him and Ingram before the deadline.
Yeah.
Especially if Taco shows potential as a rotational guy tomorrow. Yeah, I'd trade him. Let's see. Putting Chase in the slot will be a hit or miss. I think it would be a massive hit because when he played in the slot versus the Broncos, I believe, he had a career game. Or not a career game, but
he stood out.
season high game.
He stood out. He got us down the field. And him in the slot is a big mismatch. And the guy's a yak yardage a yak machine.
I don't want to see Ray in the slot unless like they need to. I don't want to see Washington in the slot. I want to see Claypool in the slot. It's a mismatch.
Yeah.
It's just dirty. You can put Washington outside. Boom.
And even Johnson, too. You have him outside. Johnson, J-Wash, Claypool. Like, that can be a dangerous, trio right there. If you use them properly, if you get them involved.
Hopefully they do
If you
tomorrow.
put them in the right formation.
Against a bum secondary and the Browns, yeah, they're going to have to tomorrow. I was born and raised in Pennsylvania, so it's only right to be a Steelers fan. My dad raised me that way, says Jason. Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Gotta get back to Pennsylvania. Or
We're
in Pennsylvania.
It's kind of similar with me. It's like I said, I mean, I have in my family Cowboys, Eagles, although the only Eagle fan in my family was my grandfather who passed away back in the 90s.
Yeah.
But it was my father, I don't know how, but he ended up being a Cowboys fan, which, believe it or not, him and my uncle, they had this rivalry for years. Something that I, growing up in the 90s, kind of understood, but once we got to the 2000s, it kind of just like faded away.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
You
Like,
gotta think.
the more older I got, the more I was just like, why do these two hate each other so much?
Well, you gotta think they grew up in the '70s, and those two teams
so
dominated.
It was something then,
Yeah.
But man, I didn't have many choices. Believe it or not, there was a lot of Redskins fans in my family.
Really?
Yes, I said Redskins. I don't care.
That's what they are.
Man, I just, God, man.
Where we at?
Yeah.
I noticed I was a Steelers fan when I cried my heart out when we lost Super Bowl 45. We all did.
Yeah, it was a painful loss.
It was funny. I blamed Mike Wallace for that game.
Old.
Huh?
I feel so old.
That was 10, 11 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for some people, that's like their beginning as a Steelers fan.
That was my beginning, bro.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like that makes me feel fucking old.
Wow, man. Good Lord above.
That's 11 years.
It's crazy how time flies.
Yeah.
No, seriously. I mean, 2000, like where you guys are now in life, Man, I was at that point probably in 2006.
Yeah.
Jeez. I mean, I was on SteelersFever.com.
Yep. Wow.
Which, by the way, I am actively trying to get access to that domain.
No one's letting you buy it. Whoever owns it is.
They're sitting on it, bro. I'm thinking about in the next few months reaching out to whoever's owning that domain and really make an offer.
Hell yeah.
And go for it. Why not?
I am really hell-bent on getting something started with that. I don't know why.
It's just a nostalgia thing.
Yeah, I think that's probably what's playing a large part in this, because forums don't really I don't think they would work out too well. Maybe everybody in chat. How many people we got in here? I don't even know.
We have 87 people.
87 people. There's 87 people watching. Would you guys join a forum that is obviously based on the Steelers? With everything that's going on in social media, like, think about it like this. Me personally, I'd love to do it, because when I get on Twitter, there's just so many distractions that pull you away from the things you're interested in. I miss the old internet where if you have interests, you can find a message board, is what they used to call them.
Yeah.
Or a community, and you could have or join those places and talk about topics that are on par with what you're into, versus getting on Twitter and being like, okay, I want to search up some Steelers shit, and then next thing you know, you're distracted by whatever. Mainly on Twitter, it's like news, like breaking news. Oh, so-and-so passed away.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I'm just one of those people. I like to stay focused on the things that I'm into, and kind of blocking out all the bullshit.
Yeah, the obvious stuff, which we all.
Which maybe that's why I suck at Twitter, because I don't, like, I get on Twitter, I obviously do, but when I get on there, I'm trying to find stuff about the Steelers, and then next thing I know, I look over to the right and there's the trending section, and I get distracted. So I end up leaving.
Yeah.
Because 9 times out of 10, it's topics that just bore the shit out of me. You know what I'm saying?
No,
it's just like you're curious to see why is this trending? And 9 times out of 10, it's some stupid shit.
Yeah. I'm not going to say the word, but yeah. You know what I'm talking about.
I don't know, man. I'd be very curious to see if people would be interested in joining something like that.
Especially if you get Steelers Fever back on the net.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not even that. I own the Steelers Country domain.
That's right.
Which I don't know how the fuck that got in my possession, by the way.
I forget.
Yeah, so I can't remember.
See, Terrence, this is where the whole thing comes. Terrence says, not going to cap, just get a Discord. Here's my issue with Discord. And here's my issue with social media. These are all third-party platforms.
Right.
Meaning, at any point, Discord can decide, hey, we don't like you, bitch. Get the fuck out of here. Then what? You spent all this time building a community, 3,000, 5,000, whatever it is, people, only for some big corporate machine to tell you, hey, we didn't like that post you made. You're gone.
Yeah.
See, me personally, I don't have much comfort in that.
No, that's why we have like Facebook jail or Twitter shadow bans you.
That is my point. Everyone keeps saying Discord, but I've just never been trustworthy or put too much trust in other platforms like that.
Not in the last few years.
Any second they can decide, hey, we don't like what you got to say. You're out the door.
And that's just.
They're not trustworthy resources at all.
And you guys know, man, I have the software to put this shit together.
Of course.
In fact, actually, technically, if you want me to be real, it's our software. Because we paid for that together.
No, we did. That's
right.
true. You're right. Yeah.
So I don't know how it just magically became mine, but
well,
man, if I could get enough people to say, you know what, you're right. I want a platform where we can come together and talk about this team. I would love to put it together. I know there's other older forums still floating around out there, and I don't mean no offense to them. I feel like they've all given up on the whole idea of building a community, and they let it just go to shit. And it reeks of 1990.
It's very outdated.
Very outdated, man. And the software that we're sitting on is very updated. It even has some of the cool features from social media. But again, I don't want to put money into something that people aren't going to have long-term interest in.
Yeah, exactly.
And the reason I'm even bringing it up is because I really, truly miss those days, man. I miss the days where somebody would make an article or a post, and have like very detailed conversation. Nowadays, it's 5 or 10 words on Twitter.
Pretty much.
So I don't know.
Nah, I get it, man. I totally
Maybe
get
I'm
it.
old as shit, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, a boomer is what these millennials would call you, but
All right, boomer.
You know what? I accept it, man, because you know what? My air is better than yours.
you know what? Call me a boomer as well, even though I am not one. But hey, fuck it. I have the same feelings as well. So
I will give this generation one thing, though. The entrepreneurship in this generation is fucking crazy.
And a lot of that can be in thanks to the technology, but there's a lot of negative when it comes with technology. So,
Of course.
Yeah, of course. I mean, the trade-off there, but I don't know how we got on this topic, but hey. Somebody said, missed the early 2000s. Man, you ain't lying.
Those were the days, man.
I have very slight memories.
So bad you guys haven't got the experience. Like, yeah, you were born around that time, but you guys didn't get the experience the stuff that I did as far as like forums and shit.
We really experienced more of the mid to late 2000s, early 2010s. I remember slight things from the early 2000s, like when I watch a specific movie or a music video or how people were dressed. That gives me some flashbacks.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit, I wish I was a little older during that era, especially the 90s, man. But
hey, VR said the Steelers chat turned into a cybersecurity lesson real quick. I'm just joking. No, you're right, though. Back in those days, a lot of the forum software did have a lot of issues. That's because the internet was still young, and a lot of things have changed since then. The software that we actually invested in is very secure.
Right.
Especially when it comes to privacy and stuff like that. And those are all things that really matter in regards to having users and stuff like that. Like, people need to have not only protection about their emails, their personal information, cookies, all that stuff, all things that Facebook violates, by the way. Yeah. You can, if you don't believe me, just go look into that. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Twitter's doing it as well. Or Instagram, any of these places. And, it's just like, here's another great point about Discord. How many times could you see Discord getting attacked versus our forum? I mean, the likelihood of our forum being DDoSed or something along those lines, it's a lot less likely than a place like Discord, which is going to be targeted all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not just like, okay, I'm a novice, let me go set up a website. It needs to be somebody that's experienced like myself that actually went to college for this.
Yes.
And understands, the behind the scenes stuff of what makes a website work, what makes servers run, that kind of stuff.
Totally.
And I just totally hijacked your live stream. I apologize.
That's fine.
No, you're good, man. You are good.
But
that would be awesome. That would be great.
Yeah, it's meta. Whatever. It's not meta. It's fucking Facebook. Meta.
Yeah.
What the fuck does that even mean?
Pretty sure that was a joke.
I thought
fucking, what's his name? What's his name? Mark Zuckerberg.
I completely forgot that they changed the name.
Zipper, douchebag.
I'm not
dipshit.
I'm not
jagoff, bum ass bitch. What's his name?
I don't know.
Big nose, fucking alien looking asshole. Like, what the fuck?
I'm not used to Facebook changing their name. Just like, what the hell is Meta?
Meta.
Like, all these years you keep Facebook. What, you're gonna change it now? At least your headquarters or some shit. It's just so stupid.
Whatever, bro. I only get on Facebook to keep up with family or news. That's it.
There's nothing broken with Facebook.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't even know why I still have one.
Fuck Facebook,
did you guys
man.
When I was going off a couple months back?
Dude, they're pretty much, they're not obviously dead because of course they're not.
Dude, it's not even just about, in regards to Facebook, it's not just about posts. It's literally the fact that their whole system sucks in general.
Yes.
For instance, here's the reason I'm hell-bent on Facebook. It has nothing to do with, I just posted something about you-know-who. DT. I ain't going to say his name. or it's not even the other guy, JB. I didn't post anything about those guys. What ended up happening in my situation is they just decided they don't want me to do Facebook ads.
Huh.
So now what purpose do I have on Facebook? I'm not going to come on here and share cookie recipes with you.
No, bro.
I'm not getting on here to post pictures of my fucking cat eating food or, my new carpet. I'm not doing that. I don't have time. I'm into making money and investing and doing business.
Well,
and that goes to my graphic design is what I'm referring to, by the way.
Well, the better question is, like, what company doesn't want, like, your support or your finance? You know what I mean?
That is the part that is mind-boggling to me. I even went out of my way to contact Facebook through their contact system. And they automatically just completely went off, just like, no, you're not, we're done with you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay. The only thing that makes sense, and from what I was told, it's because I wasn't putting thousands of dollars into Facebook. So
Rome wasn't built in a day, but okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think it's because I was only willing to invest between like $50 to $100. And the people that really are successful in Facebook ads are guys that are spending thousands.
Right.
Like I don't have that kind of budget to be putting like $20,000-$30,000 into a Facebook ad.
No. That's just ridiculous.
GT Show says RIP GOAT, RIP GOAT, RIP GOAT.
You lost me with that one.
I know what he's talking about. I'm not going to get into it, but Jesus Christ, bro, you ain't got no chill.
What the fuck did I miss?
I'll tell you off stream.
All right, cool.
I mean,
cool.
As of right now, I'm a little confused too, but all right. I guess we'll find out.
GT Show's in the chat. What's up, man? How's the moving going, bro? How is the moving going?
GT is moving.
Where's he moving?
Didn't you say Florida?
I think he did.
Robert wants to know why you have this guy on.
Robert,
He's
okay.
to me.
Because he's our brother from another mother.
He said, why do you have me on? Are you new here?
To discuss, like, come on, man. Like, really? Unless you're joking.
I think he's new to the channel.
Unless you're joking, he's here to discuss about the Ingram trade talks and the Browns.
Which we did, so we're going to...
Yeah, which we did. We've been live for, I don't know, an hour and 20 minutes or so.
Just about.
Yeah, an hour and 20. But...
You'd have been here earlier, bro.
Getting back on the Steelers thing quick, because we're going to close this out soon.
Robert said so negative, always bitching about something, so you next show.
Probably saying see you next show.
Dude, go fuck yourself. How about that? There's your negativity response. My negative response to you. Go fuck yourself. Go sit on your finger. How about that one? Hey, at least you're doing the right thing, though. You're tuning out because you don't like what you see. I don't know what else to tell you.
Oh, shit. But getting back on the Browns, the Steelers and Browns real quick because we're going to get out here soon. But I suppose goals to win the game.
Goals to win the game? It's very simple. It depends what side of the ball you want to talk about.
Well, I think
start with either.
I think
defensively, obviously, we got to stop the run.
Yeah.
It's kind of obvious. I mean, they got Chubb back this week. So, I mean, honestly, though, I don't know what to think of that. Like, what do you guys think? Do you think Chubb's going to be a factor today or tomorrow? I mean,
oh, absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, Chubb.
Today? What time is it? No, it's not 12 yet.
Absolutely.
We got about 40 minutes till the 31st comes, but Chubb's definitely going to be a factor. He's always going to be. He's a top 3 back in the league. Even if he is coming off an injury, he's still Nick Chubb.
All right, so there you go. I mean,
but even then, I still wouldn't sleep on his backup since Hunt is out. They still got Ernest Johnson, who stood out.
Which, you know what? I'll be fair in regards to Johnson. It was one game, so I guess you could make that argument. Like, oh, it was one game. Maybe there wasn't enough tape on him. You can make that argument.
Sure.
But the other side of me kind of says, well, I don't know if you want to allow that kind of crap to happen. I mean, I don't know if there's just that excuse in regards to stopping the run. I mean, it's kind of like a thing that you can kind of game plan for regardless of who the player is. Would you guys agree with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I still wouldn't sleep on them, even if it was just one game. Still, you never know with the guy, especially behind the Browns' offensive line and the way they run the ball, and the way our rush defense has been lately. So stopping
now, as far as Baker Mayfield and what kind of impact he's going to have in the game, I really don't know, because we don't know the extent of his shoulder and all that. And it's like part of me, like we said this at the beginning of the stream, it's like it screams desperate. But in the same breath, do they know more than we do? I mean, obviously they do, but I mean, because I just can't imagine a team would put their quarterback at risk.
No, they're franchised like that. I mean,
like, I'm not crazy, right?
no, like, are they like, do they literally think he's fully healthy? Not fully, but like close to being fully healthy? Or are they that goddamn desperate to beat the Steelers at home?
Apparently, he was cleared by the team doctor to go.
I'm just saying, I've seen videos on social media of him in practice. He's not moving that arm. He's not moving that shoulder. He obviously throws with his right arm. But, like, you know how they get some juice on their throws? They try to, move their bodies a little bit. They get their other, motion involved. He's trying to, like, cuff that motherfucker like it's in a armband, arm spring or some shit. So I'm like, are they really going to put him in so early against the Steelers?
Right, and what does that say about the guy they've been having run the ship lately?
Yeah,
as
really.
far as quarterback goes, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So
now
you're pretty much saying, hey, we don't have any faith in you whatsoever. We're going to bring back an injured Baker Mayfield to play against the Steelers. In what, again, it kind of feels like it's their Super Bowl.
It is. All I hear from Browns fans is, oh, Ben hasn't this, Ben hasn't that. We beat them this, we beat them that. Go down to the basement. All this shit. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, one win. Whoop-de-doo. That's like us preaching, oh, we beat Tom Brady in Heinz Field. Okay, but what about the other fucking 50 times he destroyed us?
You know what? I'm glad you brought that up, because that did happen. And now that you now that you said it, I can't remember the last time I talked about that. I think it was a day after, and then I was on to the next game.
Now,
literally,
I'm not going to lie. I hold that win where Hayden got that pick. I hold that win very deeply because of after all the pain Tom has given us. But I'm not going to brag about it. I'm not going to be like, hey, last time the Steelers beat Tom Brady, or last time the Steelers faced Tom Brady when he was in New England, we beat him, ha, ha, ha. Like, no. Like, you know how fucking stupid I sound? I sound pathetic.
Sounds pathetic, man.
It's not like we're going to, like, whenever the next time we face the Patriots, we're not going to say, oh, last time we faced you, we beat you in our home. It's like they're the different team.
That fans just turn Baker into a quarterback and we win.
Yeah, exactly. That's how you beat the Browns. You got to stop the run and make them one-dimensional. Baker cannot bring his team back. He cannot lead his team. He relies on the running game. And if we can stop the running game tomorrow, fingers crossed, then we force Baker to throw it. We force him to be one-dimensional. And I don't trust an injured Baker Mayfield. But the problem is, can we stop the run? I don't think we can.
We're going to have to. We have no choice but to.
That leads me to my next point. Who do you think needs to step up the most on defense tomorrow?
I think it's the guys in the front, man.
Yeah.
But again, like you said, I just don't know if they have it in them.
No.
At least not 4 quarters worth.
No. They have no Tuitt, no Alu, no Carlos Davis. They still have Loudermilk, Wormley, Bugs, Mondo. That's it. They're all backups for a reason. And they got to continue to work in this rotational starting role. Like, I'm a little scared tomorrow.
Yeah, it hasn't bode well for us so far. I can't really see it continuing to bode well for us, especially going up against Nick Chubb.
And the only guy you have on that line that you can truly trust is Cam Hayward for obvious reasons. But
I think he's having a pretty good season.
He's having the best season of his career. Outside of Aaron Donald, he's the best. Aaron Donald and maybe Javon Hargrave. I put him up there. But Hayward is having one of the best seasons for interior alignment all year.
Probably ever in his career. Like, he's having a stellar year.
But they're going to try to run away from his side.
And you know what Terrence just said too? He wants Bush to be very disruptive tomorrow.
Yeah, and Bush is probably the one guy I gotta say needs to step up because Bush has not been looking like the player that he was in his rookie year.
And when I asked my question, that's exactly who I was thinking of, was Devin Bush. He needs to come down and fill those gaps.
Yeah,
he needs to close those holes.
I remember, I don't mean to interrupt you, but I remember that freaking Seahawks game. Alex Collins was running up, and I swear to God, Bush was literally waiting for the guy to come up towards him. It's like, bro, get the fuck down there, make the damn tackle, make sure he doesn't get any more yards.
You got to pretty much go and move to him to avoid more yardage. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And that's what Bush used to do.
Also, in all fairness, in regards to Bush, Butler needs to do a better job at putting him in the right. We've been talking about this all season.
I'm glad
not
you
just
brought it up.
Bush. He has to find a way to put his players in the right position.
Yeah.
Bush is very effective, in my opinion, against the run. And I don't know about his coverage game. You guys can make that judgment, but
well, because of his size, that's a weak point of it.
It's a mismatch. He's solid in coverage, but maybe against running backs in the flats. That's it. You can trust Schobert in coverage for the most part. I think they need to get Bush going in blitz packages more. Yeah. That speed, you can get to him immediately. That's just me.
Dead ass, bro.
Especially if we're about to trade Ingram. Because the Steelers are still going to rotate Watt and Highsmith for some reason. But
real quick about Ingram, I want to kind of chime in with going back to what we talked about in regards to him. I think losing him is not going to help this team, obviously. But the reason why I said about trading him is for two reasons. One, again, he doesn't want to be here. You don't want a guy that doesn't want to be here.
No.
Because then he's on injury reports.
That, and honestly, I don't know if he's going to put in all his effort on the field at that point.
Right. Well, see, I kind of had that same thinking about players in the past, but the more I thought about it, it's like a guy cannot want to be there, but he's not going to go on the field and play bad.
Yeah.
Just because he doesn't want to be there. Yeah. I understand where you're coming from, though. I've had those thoughts, too, where it's like, oh, he might go out there and, stink it up.
Unless he's trying to get cut and shift to another team.
But you got to think, if a guy does that, like, say you don't want to be on a team, you go out there and you suck on purpose, which I couldn't imagine somebody doing that. That ain't going to help your worth. You know what I'm saying?
Not at all. You're right there, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
GT Show.
But as far as, oh, yeah, go ahead. You got the super chat.
I was going to say, GT Show, I did notice. I did miss your first super chat. I apologize. He said, finally moved to Florida. Now it's time to get work. Hashtag, here we go. Hashtag, let's go, Brandon. Hashtag, fuck the Brands.
Oh, damn.
And he had two 499 super chats. So appreciation is always to the GT Show.
Yeah. Comes in very clutch.
Misses, bro.
Never misses, bro.
Never misses.
Never
He's
misses.
like Jordan from the 3, bro.
Real shit.
Actually, we'll say Jordan from the foul line. There you go.
Yeah. That's I was going to say, if you're talking Curry, better. Maybe, then yeah.
Yeah, because you got to remember, Jordan wasn't always a 3-point shooter.
No.
In the beginning of his career, he was a dunker. But anyways, let's get back on track. Offense. Let's talk offense.
Oh, yeah.
We know we know what the defense has to do. The offense, holy crap.
This is where I hit a roadblock because, like...
and this is why I am so negative as one of the viewers here, which, again, I don't know where he... Why is this guy on? Where have you been? And it goes back to what I said. I'm not putting bows on turds. This offense, though, holy turd. If you want to talk about turds, got a lot of them.
God above.
And I'll say this: there's potential here, though. But man, how long are we going to be waiting on potential?
Exactly. I even said it a few weeks ago. I'm like, how much time is enough time to give these guys time?
I don't think there is enough time. I think that time for waiting is done.
Are we going to be week 12 talking about, we got to wait for the offensive line to gel?
Like bro, our bye week's gone. That's it. Like, no more.
Shout out to John Cena. My time is now. I mean, come on.
The bye week's done with. We had our bye week. Now it's time to game plan. Get to business.
I would say the offensive line is
the O-line's definitely got to be key.
I think most important it's got to be O-line. Because Najee, man, we all seen when the O-line progresses, Najee can get yards up the field. I mean, Najee will get yards here regardless, but you need to get him to the second level because that man's dangerous. That's how you kill the clock. Honestly, you know what? I'm glad I thought of that because the way to win this game is to kill the clock, control the clock. You got to get a run game going, keep that offense off the field, keep the defense fresh.
That's any game. Any game.
Any game, yeah, but especially this one when it comes to a weak running game and you got to keep the defense fresh. But we can say that, but I think what we can all expect is the defense is going to get gassed, offense is going to get 3 and outs, and you know what's going to happen.
And to be more specific to your point, too, they got to convert third downs.
Correct. And you know,
I don't know, maybe somebody in chat knows. I don't know anyone that knows this offhand. Maybe somebody does. I'd like to know the percentage as far as third down conversions for us.
I would love that too. I haven't seen any of that all year. I would love to know that as well.
I feel guilty for not knowing this offhand, but
I mean, I would imagine we're near dead last.
But we know exactly who to target on third downs, correct?
yeah, Freiermuth, man.
Muth. This man has caught so many third downs. He's our most reliable target on third down, and against a weak linebacking core, you got to get him involved more.
Yes.
And same thing with Washington.
You know what else, too? I'll say this. Juju, in that regard, is missed. You know, as much as I have my opinions about Juju, I'm not naive or so hell-bent on trying to trash this guy to sit here and lie to you and say he wasn't effective there.
Of course he was.
Yeah, when it came to those.
But he almost had like a tight end aspect to him, especially this year.
He had a tight end kind of build.
That's why, you know, losing Juju hurts to a degree because his dependability is missed.
Right.
But we have that replacement in Freiermuth. And Freiermuth's been used in that aspect.
And I said this last week in the live stream, and I don't want to get off topic too much because I'm about to transfer to off-season talk. If we bring Juju back, do those targets to Freiermuth drop? Because I think they do.
Yeah, I do. Because, again, we're kind of making that comparison to Juju being kind of like a tight end in regards to his build and his style in the last, 2 seasons here.
Yeah.
Definitely a long shot from what he was in his rookie year.
Yeah.
I mean, arguably, AB really did help him shine. I like what Nice said here. He said, well, it doesn't help if we throw it 3 yards short every third down.
Yep.
That's true.
They just give up.
Then that's the thing that
third and 10. Oh, let's do a fucking drag to Johnson. Let him dance around and lose 5 yards.
Let's dunk it down to Najee. It's like, come on, Steelers. The offense has to be aggressive, and I have to say the offensive line needs to be aggressive, especially in pass protection, because they know who the hell they're going up against. Especially left tackle rookie Dan Moore. He's got Myles Garrett on his hands.
Boy, I wouldn't want to be more.
You know what? I can see us dropping a lot of double protection to help more, specifically Najee.
If that's the case, hey, you get Gentry in there as a possible blocking tight end, maybe Freiermuth or fullback Derek White.
In fact, you know what? I'm looking forward to see what Gentry does this game because Ebron's not playing. Let's see how he steps up as a number 2 tight end. Maybe that increases some thinking to trade Ebron.
That's true.
That's something quiet I'm going to keep an eye on tomorrow, but the O-line for sure has got to step it up.
Yeah.
But
King says Ebron is not playing this week. No, he's not. He has a hamstring injury?
Hamstring injury he suffered in practice this week, on Thursday specifically, so it's new.
I don't think it's going to be a big deal. You guys have been saying it all night. Gentry has surprised all of us, I think, in his progression as a tight end. Because I could tell you a few years back, him coming in would make me kind of cringe. But so far, I mean, he's in his limited role. He's been fairly decent.
I've been surprised.
Yeah, me too.
So.
Yeah, me too. I mean, again, I go back to the last few years, and it's just like I don't know, but here we are.
Because
Freiermuth is a great addition. Again, we've talked about this many times too. I still wish the Steelers would have addressed the offensive line a little bit better, but who knows what this offensive line is going to be in the long term,
especially with Banner coming back.
Right.
So I don't know. Maybe we see Banner tomorrow. I wouldn't start him immediately. I'd ease him in on goal line plays. Just
if we get down there.
Fuck it. Maybe we see him at tight end tomorrow. Imagine that.
Maybe.
That's a big-ass tight end. Because we could see it.
Make number 72.
Because, you know what?
eligible.
Why not have 2 offensive tackles lined up? Just line them up as a tight end. I could see that.
Yeah, it's true.
I could see that. Why do you...
But, I mean, going back to the point, that is the keys for the Steelers' offense is, like you said, control the clock, which they need to be doing that every game.
Every game, especially with Najee.
Especially with you putting your first-round draft pick in a running back like Najee Harris. Now, in all fairness, Harris has had a lot of carries in these games.
Too many.
Yeah, maybe too many, but it kind of proves the point that the Steelers are trying to be that team that does it. The problem is they're making those run plays, those calls on the field at the wrong times.
Yeah.
Would you guys agree with that?
No,
Again, we talk about third down.
Yeah, I've noticed
And
several
they're
times.
passing the ball.
I've even noticed sometimes on first down, even when we're down by a score or two, that they run on first down all the time. It's like you don't need to do it on the first play of the drive. You know what I'm saying?
No, especially if you can't establish a rushing game, then you're settling for second and long. Who knows what's going to happen there?
Yeah, so it's like, they have to be more creative. They have to be smarter at what they're doing.
They got to be more open.
Yeah, and as outside Steelers fans said, these screen passes, man, they gotta.
Oh my God.
They gotta kind of. I don't want to say abandon that, but make that less. What's the word I'm looking for?
Screens don't work in our system. They never have. So just stop it.
Yeah, they're doing. It's just like every single play these last few weeks has just been these short, dinky passes, and I know teams are picking that up.
And it's going to be the same story last year.
And eventually, defenses will pick it up, and we could very well see a pick six. Hopefully not, but
yeah.
I think it's bound to happen. I truly believe that.
Who knows, man? Maybe tomorrow we'll go into Cleveland. We'll blow the shit out of them, right? We'll blow them out of the water, get them out of here.
More like in the water.
I don't know why I said that, but we'll handle business is what I'm trying to say, right?
Yes.
Do what we got to do tomorrow. Maybe things start turning around. We beat some of these much better teams in the future coming up here on the schedule, and maybe things improve. Like, let's look at our schedule here. I actually got it on screen.
Yeah.
We play the Bears, Lions. I mean, they should be winnable games.
I see us winning only one of them. Dead ass.
Jesus. But even the Chargers game, I mean, come on.
God.
The hardest games on this, looking at this, in my opinion, the true tests are the Bengals and the Ravens, more so the Ravens.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Which, honestly, now that I'm looking at it, I cannot believe our first Ravens game is in December.
Yeah. Like, we have 2 late Ravens-Steelers games. I don't know if that's ever happened.
No.
That's different.
It's not in recent memory.
Yeah.
That just makes our schedule even more tough.
Right.
Especially in the month of December.
Brad says they're not going to abandon it. I guess he's regarding the screens. That's been our identity since week 12 of last year. Nothing's going to change, but the one thing that will change is Minka's role. I agree. It needs to change.
Yep.
The secondary is not whole when Minka's not deep. Giggity.
Yeah, and us wanting it to change and talking about it is different than what the Steelers are going to do.
Of course.
Yeah.
Because how many times the last 2 years did we beg for the offense to change or for us to fire Fichtner, or at this point, was it Fichtner? Different subject.
Or try to do a running back by committee when we didn't have a bell cow back, but he never did.
Yeah, now look at Connor. 8 touchdowns.
Oh, but he doesn't have I can't believe somebody made that argument. I cannot believe somebody legitimately was like, yeah, but look at his yardage. What? Who the fuck cares about how many rushing yards the guy has?
Bro,
look at the touchdowns.
Yeah, like, what would you rather have, yardage or touchdowns? Touchdowns is what wins you games, man.
Hold on, I'm actually going to see his yards per carry. Just
Shit, I could care less, bro. I don't care if he has 300 yards on the ground. If he got 8 touchdowns.
Yeah, dude, I wouldn't care if Najee had 500 yards. Hold on. I wouldn't care if Najee had 500 yards on the season. If he had 15 rushing touchdowns, I'm cool with it.
Dude, I almost said Najee. Connor has a season low or a career low so far, 3.8 yards.
A carry?
A carry, yes. But he has 8 rushing touchdowns. 8!
What's his record as a Steeler, man?
As a Steeler?
Yeah, well, not record, but his career high,
Oh,
like as far as touchdowns go.
12. He's a third of the way through the season. He has 8.
Yep.
In one of the most high-powered offenses in the league. I am so happy for Connor, and I said it on Twitter. I don't care who disagrees with me, okay? We cannot run Najee into the ground in 2 years. This man is 23 years old. At this point, he's going to play his rookie contract out, and he's gone. Do you want that to happen? I don't. Because this man is a gem. Don't waste it. Don't run the car until the wheels fall off, as Tomlin would say.
Exactly.
Because the same thing happened to Bell.
Because if Najee goes down, then who the fuck are we going to rely on, dude?
If the opportunity comes, we need to bring Connor back next year because he only signed a 1-year deal.
King just said the Cardinals have a great or a decent offensive line, and Connor still sucks.
Connor doesn't suck.
No.
He never sucked. His issue was his injuries, but that's because he was used as a bell cow, which he shouldn't have been.
No, and the way the Cardinals are using him, the way they're using a running back by committee, it's one of the reasons why they're 7-1 right now?
7-1, yes. If AJ Green didn't act like a fool, but yeah, 7-1.
Yeah, it's the reason why they are one of the best teams in NFC, arguably the NFL right now. Yes, they're not getting the yardage, but who gives a fuck about the yardage when you can get into the goddamn end zone, man?
That's what.
So basically, we're saying Barry Sanders. Well, not Barry Sanders. That's a bad one to point at because his offensive line was
garbage.
How did Sanders do that? Like, really?
I don't know. I guess certain players just have that it factor.
Right.
He sure as hell did.
But I guess the point I was really trying to get to is in regards to Connor is, does it really matter? I mean, you could have a great offensive line, but if you're not a good running back, you're not going to see the holes. You're not going to find the lanes to get, especially the red zone. The red zone is very, you guys know this, it's tough.
It is, and Connor's been able to do that.
So, and what I'm really trying to get to is I feel like Arizona has found a way to use Connor the proper way.
Yes. Hell, he got 2 touchdowns on Thursday in the red zone. I know people are going to say Balaj, maybe, McFarland, I'll give you that just because we haven't seen him yet in the offense with Canada, where he was used best when Canada was the OC in Maryland. So I'm hopeful for that. But the thing with McFarland, I don't know if he's a change of pace back. I don't know if he's a true rotational guy, if there's a difference there.
All right.
You know what I mean? Like, is McFarland a guy that can take some pressure off? You get in the passing game, sure, because of his speed, get him in space. I think he can make some damage. But against, if he were to run up the middle, which should never happen just because he's scrawny as shit, but outside, I don't know if he's the proper guy for that yet. Just because of his size, because he's tiny. Mm-hmm. He's got the speed, but I don't know. That's just me. I don't know. But I think amongst all the needs soon, this upcoming offseason, I think running back 2 is one that we definitely need to
because
fix.
I remember when Bell would either get suspended or injured, we didn't have a reliable backup. It's one of the reasons why we went out of our way and signed D'Angelo Williams. When Williams was in, our running game was still stellar as hell.
D-Will was awesome.
Yeah, D-Will was great for his age. He was great, a great backup.
I actually like what Brad said here in the chat. He basically said that they're utilizing him in the proper way because they have a much more stable backfield. And they're obviously using him in the red zone, which is where he's most effective.
Right.
And he says, as much as we love Najee, he's our only threat in the run game. He's not wrong there.
No, because if you take Najee out, who is our number 1 back?
The only reason I'm bringing up Connor and engaging in Connor talk is because we got rid of the guy. And right now, regardless, he's putting up touchdowns for the Cardinals, which is helping them win games.
I was always up for bringing him back as long as he was a rotational guy.
Yeah.
I said it, at the end of last season that Connor wasn't the issue; it was the offensive line.
Obviously,
which I guess now that kind of proves my point, doesn't it?
Yeah.
He has a better offensive line and he's productive.
But in part, Connor isn't a bell cow.
No,
That's why he left.
And he's not, dude. And I keep telling you guys this too. I really wish the Steelers would utilize a multi-running back system.
I don't know why
for that.
We've been crying for it for how many years now? With how many times Bell got hurt, like, did you want to run him into the ground? And obviously we did.
I mean, look at some of the teams in the NFL today. You know, the Browns, for example.
The Browns.
Chubb and Hunt. Look at the Saints. They got Kamara, and they just traded back from Mark Ingram. Those two were dynamic together.
I'll even go way back. If people were saying, how come Derrick Henry hasn't hit the wall yet? It's because at the start of his career, he had DeMarco Murray to rotate with, and that kind of extended him a bit because he wasn't pushed into that role yet. Run back committee goes a long way, especially with our quarterback situation and what will become our quarterback situation.
Yeah.
As of what I'm thinking of right now.
It's just so simple and so smart. It controls the clock. It keeps your guys healthy. It gets you down the field, and it can get you touchdowns.
And it rests this young defense, which we need to keep it young. And speaking of young, the offensive line's young.
I think the Steelers missed a big opportunity in the offseason to bring in a guy like Adrian Peterson.
Yes.
I'm surprised they haven't done that yet.
Someone Najee has hung out with in the offseason.
I honestly, when we saw those reports, I really thought it was going to happen.
Yeah, me too.
It's not just bringing a guy with that much experience in. Yes, we know Adrian Peterson's best years are behind him. I get it. But think about the mentorship, and I still think he's capable of doing some things on the field. I mean, I think it would have been a great idea to bring him in.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And we didn't.
And use him in that James Conner type role that he is in Arizona. Use him in those goal line situations if Najee's tired out.
And a little bit of the Steeler fan inside of me would have been just giddy about getting a guy like Adrian Peterson in a Steelers jersey.
That's like how some people felt when we got Michael Vick.
Exactly.
Like, who would have thought?
We didn't get, the kind of Michael Vick that we all grew up watching. But still, it was very cool to see Michael Vick in a Steelers jersey.
Yes. Which I've actually looked up on eBay. I'm thinking about getting it. Like that and D'Angelo Williams, just because those were some of my earliest years that I can remember being fully invested in the Steelers. And I look at those two players because I grew up playing them in Madden.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, they're in the black and gold. They're with the Steelers. That's actually kind of cool. It's like everything I've done in Madden in the past few years is kind of coming true.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't know. The giddy up part of me really wants me to get those jerseys.
Yeah, and King was just saying, getting Najee some help, kind of like we were talking about earlier with Blunt. Yeah. If you look back to that's such a shame that season with Blunt because they had things going, man.
They had a hell of a committee
and
there.
See how Blunt he went on to play with the Eagles and how effective he was with them.
Yes.
I mean, that could have been us.
Because even the Eagles had a nice committee with him and
Jay Ajayi.
Jay Ajayi, that's a hell of a name. But yeah, it's just Blunt got too crybaby and won it out. That's a shame. Brad, I agree. I would love to trade for Marlon Mack from the Colts. He's currently their number 3?
3. Yeah, because Naheem Hines is ahead.
Guys could be again not just effective on the field but mentors.
Yes. Because Mack is a veteran. He's a former 1,000-yard rusher. He's obviously not one in Indianapolis no more. He's just depth. He'd be a hell of a compliment to Najee.
Absolutely. Would definitely buff up the running back group on the team.
That's another trade we can make. I don't know, man. I don't know if the Steelers even make a trade. We might keep Ingram. We might keep Ebron. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens, and we'll see what happens tomorrow for Halloween. And Halloween is actually in 9 minutes from now. So that's nuts, man. It's crazy. It's almost November. It's almost Christmas.
It's crazy because I remember just like yesterday, we went at the end of 2020.
Yeah.
2021 came.
I kind of wish time would slow down a little bit.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. Like, wow, man.
Like, let's stop the let's pull the sails up a little bit here.
Yeah. Like, honestly, I've been in my hellhole job for 3 years now. 3 fucking years.
Bro, I'm actually finally, and I guess I shouldn't complain too much about this, I'm finally starting to get grays.
Oh, wow.
I actually didn't know that a lot of guys in their 20s got gray hairs, but
Thankfully, I have not gotten none yet.
Yeah, we'll probably get in about 10 years.
yeah, again, I thought that wasn't a thing, but apparently it is.
Yeah.
And but man, time needs to slow down a little bit.
Yeah, it does. It really does. TJ Black Gamer says, Madden 22, man, I wish it wasn't bad so you guys could do Pittsburgh franchise mode. I'm actually enjoying it on next gen. My only problem is I have to get a next gen console.
GT with the $9.99 says, get your candy corn and put it in the trash.
Hey, we got
Bobby's got it on deck
we got
already.
what 8 minutes left till Halloween. Technically, today is Candy Corn Day, National Candy Corn Day. So
Who
why
the
the hell
fuck
not?
eats candy corn?
I do, bitch.
Us.
Jesus Christ.
I eat
It's like
candy
eating
corn.
Toenails, bro.
Shut your ghost ass up.
It's funny, too, because I took a whole bag of candy to work yesterday.
Look at that. Look
And
at that.
the whole...
so-
That's candy corn. That's good shit.
it was one of those Ziploc bags, those mega
Oh, you need
bags.
to put a poll right now.
And
Candy corn.
okay, you
right
know
now.
what? I'm going to do that.
You know what? Let's do it. Let's do it.
But that bag of candy was
While
full
my,
and it was empty.
my ghostly ass takes a bathroom break here. I want to see this. I'll be back.
Speaking of which, I'll be back too because I gotta go. I'll be
You
left
know what?
alone for a bit. Hey, get Baker back.
Yeah, come on. I want to talk to Baker for a minute. All right, I'm going to ask the community, candy corn, yay or nay? You already know my answer. You already know my answer. GT, appreciate the $10 super chat, man. You're the GOAT. Okay, no, I do not want Odell in Pittsburgh. No, thank you. He's the most overrated receiver I've ever seen in my life. I am good. Hard pass. Bum. See, everyone says it. Candy corn's awesome. I mean, 50-50, but that's good. James Washington and a fifth for Xavier Howard. But we literally have no draft leverage right now. We don't even have a fifth, man. We traded that for Witherspoon. That'd be a steal, though. But also, can we afford Howard's contract? Candy corn when I was a kid was gross as fuck, but nah, I'm fat like everything. I'm not physically, but I like to eat. 18 votes, 56% yay, 42% nay. What's next? Orange peanut candy? Hell no, bro. I hate that shit. If Odell got traded for Juju, who wins the trade? Probably the Browns. Honestly.
If what?
If Odell got traded for Juju, who wins the trade? The Browns.
Yeah, the Browns. Odell's overrated. Probably one of the most overrated wide receivers I've ever seen in my entire life.
I'm not saying Juju's better than Odell, but it's like,
I just don't think Odell's that dependable anymore.
hell no. He's always hurt. Can't fucking catch.
Or at least not as great as he used to. Him and Baker just can't seem to freaking get it going. Like Baker actually does better when.
There he is.
Hey, Baker, how you doing?
You know, it's so trash, Baker. You know, we were just talking about you, okay?
Baker, listen. How do you not communicate with Odell? Like, you're actually better when Odell's not on the field.
You know, you got
How is that possible?
you got to be some sort of fucking dog shit trash to make a declining Eli Manning the best quarterback Odell has ever had in his career. And we're talking about Odell Beckham Jr. Overrated as a motherfucker, but a playmaker. But what the hell, bro? But hey,
All right, I'm back.
I'm glad Baker joined us late. But hey, man,
Baker, can you?
Hey, listen,
fuck
Baker.
up?
Baker, happy Halloween, but go fuck yourself.
TJ
Sign that extension, Baker. Come on, you know you want to.
TJ Watt will see you in the morning.
You can't deny all that money.
TJ Watt will see you in the morning.
There I am. I'm back.
He is back. The spirit of JB is back.
Oh man, look at this shit. 56 people, 56%.
All right.
Told you.
All
You
right.
gross and unseemly bastards.
Ha!
Oh, wait. No, wait. No. Oh, shit.
Man, I was actually gonna retire that shit, dude.
Gross and unseemly?
Yeah, I think it's run its course.
People are starting to vote no now. It's starting to climb up a bit.
No, don't do that.
Son,
I said
Class.
don't do that. Russell Wilson in Pittsburgh, I wish.
Man,
We gotta update our server. It's a little slow when we load the website.
Sometimes, yeah, we might need to. Maybe we'll talk about that off stream.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
website I'm
definitely.
talking about, of course, is SteelYinzers.com. Get your SteelTwins and JBN, JB412 merch. We got fall, winter merch there, including it is Jag-Off season. Been wearing this for, as of right now, 11 hours. Almost, no, not 11, 13, for almost 14 hours. I got my math correct at that time. Almost 14 hours. It is comfy as hell, and I'm actually sweating, and I have no heater on. And the window's open.
It goes to show how comfortable, how warm these hoodies keep you warm
They are comfy, man.
for the fall and winter season. So
Plus-
definitely
And I
go and get your
Those
merch.
are Hanes hoodies, right?
Yes.
They're not, right?
They're what?
What brand is that?
Oh,
Or does it have our brand in it?
Gildan, I think. I ripped the tag off.
You ripped
Is
it
it
off.
I think it's Gildan. Like Jason Gildan.
How do
Shout-
you not know this?
I don't
Jesus.
know. I forgot. See,
It's good quality though.
and plus we got beanies, we got t-shirts, man. And hey, we
We
might
got everything.
bring the also sweatshirts, and who knows, we might bring the stickers back. Only actually do
The
it
only
right this
reason
time.
I haven't been wearing the merch is because the green screen, for whatever reason, it just
Is it maybe it's the coloring potentially?
yeah, 'cause like your hat, your Steel Twins, you see how it has the green?
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Okay, I can understand that.
And of course, hats, man.
And it's not cold enough for me to wear the hoodies yet. I'm a big boy, man. I got a furnace in here.
You got a lot of body mass. I know what you mean.
Hopefully that changes in the next year, though.
Yeah.
I've been saying that for a while, but I'm really trying to get back on track here.
Hey, man. Hey, hey, we're always here for you, bro.
Yeah.
TJ Black wants to know if I'm going to continue the Madden stream. Man, I would love to. I just don't think enough people are interested in that kind of content. So maybe, honestly, I think the best thing for that, instead of doing it on YouTube, maybe moving over to Twitch.
Yeah.
Because then it can be more consistent. Like, here's the real true reason why I haven't done them. It's because of the interest, but also it hurts the YouTube channel. I know that sounds shitty, but it does. When you upload a video like that and it does poorly, it's telling YouTube, okay, people aren't interested in this content. So there you go. There's a little tip for you.
Okay.
But maybe we move it over to Twitch or something. I don't know.
I've experimented that.
I don't know how many people actually use Twitch. But
No, you know what? You know, I can't tell you how many times I said, you know, there could be some gaming content coming to the channel, but it never does come around. But, you know, going to Twitch would be, I think, a fantastic idea.
Maybe.
Really.
My biggest issue was specifically Madden. It's just when I do a franchise, I have fun with it. I love interacting with the chat and all that. It's just I get bored of the game specifically. It's like,
Well, then get out your way and experiment other video games to play. Like, I can't tell you how many times, you know, go out your way and play a Resident Evil game or play an Uncharted game or something like that.
I'm playing Sea of Thieves right now. Who would have thought?
Yeah, play something, you know, new.
By the way, I'm having fun with that game.
okay, but
Never-
you're also asking me to spend money. So, like,
Well, actually, Sea of Thieves is free.
well, I know what that is.
It's on Game Pass.
Game Pass.
I'm telling you, the games that I have played are worth every penny.
I'm sure they are.
I'm telling you.
I'm just not into video games as much as I used to be.
I mean, I just feel like I understand because the gaming industry right now is just kind of dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
GT Show with another $10 super chat. This man is the GOAT. Don't you dare retire that Gross Gang merch. No, it's not happening.
I ain't going anywhere, brother.
Hashtag Gross Gang.
Nah, we would have took it down by now because I had this thought for a while now. We just need to revamp it a little bit, get rid of some of the designs that aren't working. And I'll admit, I mean, I haven't been promoting Steel Yinzers like I should have. Not yet, at least. But we'll get back on track with that.
Yeah. No Connor, Josh Dobbs should start. What are you referring to?
What?
Josh Dobbs is on IR. He's done for the year. What are you referring to?
Yeah, the carry actually just said too, Twitch is way better than YouTube for streaming.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah.
It might be something I consider doing, and it won't just be Madden streams. Maybe we'll do other stuff as well.
Of course.
Oh yeah.
Maybe I'll do some Sea of Thieves streams because those are entertaining as hell.
I heard Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, or even Matt Ryan could be a Steeler next year. I'd only want I wouldn't only. I prefer Aaron Rodgers. I'll take Wilson. I'm good on Matt Ryan.
Really, you won't want Matt Ryan?
No.
Really?
I mean,
yes, and to carry that's the biggest issue. Is like most of the people that are subscribed to the channel are on YouTube, so
yeah.
Trying to get people to move over to another platform just to watch me play a video game, kind of not. I don't know.
Yeah, to transfer it's a lot harder than you think it is.
And Madden doesn't have like a very good. What's the word I'm looking for? Like it doesn't keep people entertained.
It doesn't
long
have traffic.
No. When it comes to Madden games or any kind of sports game, really, it's those first few days, unless you're doing like very creative content where you're doing a lot of editing.
Yeah.
And making it entertaining, that's a whole different monster.
But unless you got to be a really established channel or, I don't know.
Well, no, going back again, just being entertaining. I personally don't have the time for it, unfortunately.
Right.
With everything going on, but
sure.
I'd love to do Madden streams. I would, but
yeah. Because
the only reason I did one is because I wanted to try new things, try to see if we can get more viewers, and
hell yeah,
it's all about trying different stuff, man.
Xavier says Steelers should trade for Russell Wilson. That would cost a pretty penny. I wouldn't trade for him. Let's see.
Yeah, that would be a big penny.
Even though I say I wish we would get Deshaun Watson, but I don't know.
Well, that depends. It really does, but
Connor says we would draft Pitt's quarterback for the draft. Obviously talking about
Kenny Pickett.
Kenny the Pickett's in.
Which Pittsburgh lost today. That shocked the shit out of me.
They did.
Yeah, they had a down game.
They lost to Miami.
But Pickett, man, he's looking good.
He is Heisman worthy.
Heisman worthy indeed, man.
He actually just passed Dan Marino for most touchdowns in the program.
Wow.
Or something like that.
That is crazy. That's like when what's his name? He's from Tennessee. What the hell is his name?
What position?
Defensive end. He's with the Eagles.
Oh, Derek Barnett
Yeah.
broke Reggie White's
Record for tackles for loss.
Yeah.
Obviously, he didn't live up to Reggie White's name.
Well, no shit. No shit.
No one is. Reggie White's one of the best defensive ends of all time.
Hey, it is.
You know who didn't lose? My Clemson Tigers.
You're a Clemson fan?
I did not know that.
You're a Cowboys fan and a Clemson fan. Oh, God, that explains a lot.
But hey, it is 12:04, and it is officially
Happy motherfucking Halloween.
Oh, my God.
And game day.
Do me a favor. It is game day. It's funny. I said Halloween before game day. But do me a favor. Go get my Chucky mask.
You want me?
Yes, please.
Yeah, and I'm going to be live in about, what?
11 hours.
Well,
No,
yeah.
13 hours.
Get your math straight.
I'm
Well,
doing
no,
it.
I might go live before that. So it's like 12 hours and 50 minutes.
Yes, it is. My Chucky mask. I bought this at Spirit Halloween a few weeks back, and I figured we'd end the stream with this.
Which, by the way, highly recommend the
new
sci-fi show, Chucky.
So, who wins tomorrow? Steelers, Browns, 86% says Steelers, 14% says Browns. That is with 28 votes. And that's how we're going to end the poll, and that is how we are going to end this stream after I get my Chucky mask on.
With your glasses and headset?
With my glasses and headset, if I can. Okay.
I highly doubt you're going to be able to.
This isn't going to work. Okay, I'll just do it like this. Hold on, I'm going to make this work. I am so determined. Okay, you know what? Okay.
By the way, the Chucky show, so good.
Yeah, highly recommend
Okay,
it.
you know what? Fuck this. Okay, I'll just do this. Okay, ready?
There we go.
Hey, I'm going to kill the Browns. Want to come?
Fuck yeah. Let's go. Let's do it.
Shoot yourself. Anyway, guys, this has been SteelTwins Saturday Night. Huge shout out to the spirit of JB412 for joining us tonight, man. He will be live for a watch party on his channel tomorrow for the Steelers at the Browns game for Halloween, man. I cannot wait for that. Cannot wait for the game, man. JB, thanks for joining us.
Hey, man, I appreciate it. Definitely was last minute, but as always, man, it's a great conversation.
Always, man. I love it, man. So hopefully we can do more in the future, bro. Definitely sub up to him if you have not. Link should be in the description. If not, you can just search up at JB412. It's right then and there. So.
Or you can just go to youtube.com/JB412.
There you go there.
Yeah.
Keep
He already has it on deck.
Majority of people are the people that are interested in my content are already subbed. And if they're not, that's fine. It's no biggie.
Where am I? There we go. All right, though. Yeah, we're gonna get on out here, guys. You guys have a great rest of your night, and hopefully we can give the Browns a nice trick and a hell of a treat tomorrow at their house. So here we go, Steelers. Let's get this fucking victory and dominating killer fashion, Michael Myers style, or since Chucky's on the screen, Chucky style. But here we go, Steelers. Let's get this win. You guys have a great rest of your night, and see you guys in the post game.
JB, you want to help me sign out?
Absolutely, man.
Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you later. Peace!